the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
For over 40 years, the Moats Group has been committed to leaving a lasting legacy with every field they create. They are synthetic and natural turf specialists, focusing on sports field design, construction, removal, replacement, maintenance, and management. Moats has made their name designing innovative and comprehensive, performance-based sports field systems tailored to their customers' specific needs. They build fields from inception to completion with pride, dignity, and the utmost integrity. For more information, please visit themoatsgroup.com.
This is Jared Kaufman, infielder for the Hamilton Joes. Catch all the action right here on the Joes Radio Network.
You're watching Hamilton Joes Baseball on the Joes YouTube Network.
Hello and welcome, Hamilton Joes fans, as we are joined with a three-man team here on the banks of the beautiful Great Miami River, where the Joes are going for a sweep against the Licking County Settlers. I'm Reid Maus, joined along here with AJ Schraffenberger and Zach Verdea. Guys, how you doing today?
It's America's Day. It's everybody's day. We're excited to be here on the 4th of July and looking to get things started here. Keep the hot baseball rolling.
Started with an amazing national anthem by Craig Penley, starting us off great tonight.
Yeah, here on the anniversary of the 242nd birthday of America, which, by the way, which founding father signed or drafted the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson.
How old was he?
That much I don't know.
Age at 33. Now, that's the second greatest thing at a person that has ever done at the age of 33. The best, and of course, Jesus Christ. That's tied for our, sorry for any non-Christian followers out there, but as I mentioned, we got a beautiful game where Donovan Thacker is going to be having his first home game of the season, I believe. We've seen him in exclusively away games. He's going to be facing the away crowd here, or the home crowd here at Foundation Field here on the east side of the Great Miami River. And Zach, why don't you go ahead and take us through the Licking County Settlers starting lineup?
We'll be seeing Kaz Sobasek, shortstop, leading off again for the Settlers today. Sam Wilson follows him by Miguel Pimentel. Garrett Roberts will be the 4-hole for the Settlers, same as yesterday, the first 4. Cale Baker will be 5th. The catcher, Nathan Dill, will DH today. Brendan Alice, the right fielder, will hit 7th. Jackson Kerb, who pinch ran last night, will start at second base and hit 8th. Turner Hill will round it out and hit 9th, playing center field, and Oscar Carvajal will start.
AJ, why don't you go and take us through how the Joes are lining up defensively against Licking County Settlers?
Yes, we have Donovan Thacker obviously starting on the mound, as we mentioned. Out in the outfield, we'll see Trey Compton out in left, Sean McGeehan in center field, and we will see Chris Hamilton out there in right field. Had to keep track over here in my scorebook. Addison Coffey will do the third base duties once again for the Joes tonight. We'll see Justin McConnell out at shortstop. Chandler Miller will play second, and Big Griffin Dorshing over there at first base. And Donovan Thacker will be throwing his pitches to catcher Michael Hall tonight.
Yeah, so as Donovan Thacker throws his last pitch, we are geared up for our first pitch here at Foundation Field here on the 4th of July in 2018 is our year. As Donovan Thacker setting up on the mound against Kaz Zobazak. Zobazak started in the leadoff spot yesterday as Thacker gets ready to throw his first pitch, and it's going to be in there for a called strike. So right where he wants to lead off, Donovan Thacker is going to get the first strike called here on Zobazak. He gets the sign from Michael Hall today. He gets it going, and Zobazak's going to check swing, and it's going to be a foul ball. Called foul. So 0-2 as Zobazak finds himself in a deep, 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 deep well. So much not even George Washington's truth can get you out of. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, as that's pretty corny. As here comes Donovan Thacker's 0-2 pitch, as it's going to miss on the outside part of the plate. 1-2 is our count. And I'm going to get, guys, I hope you realize, listeners, I'm going to get pretty dadgum corny tonight on America's anniversary. As here comes the 1-2, and it's going to miss. Low and in. 2-2 is our count here to Zobazak.
I think on the 4th of July, there's a free pass to all corny American jokes.
Corny American jokes is allowed.
Jokes about America's history.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Not just corn jokes, as the 2-2 pitch misses on the inside part of the plate. And I was so excited rushing in here today that I'll tell you what, my writing on my scorebook is pretty rudimentary, as I can barely read it. As here comes the full count pitch to Kobazak, and that's going to miss. It's going to be a 7-pitch walk to Kobazak, and there'll be a runner on first base with no one out. Not how Donovan Thacker wants to start today.
Yeah, we've seen him this is his 5th start of the season. He's throwing 22 innings, and he has 9 walks. That was his 10th walk of the season. So to be up 0-2 on a hitter, then lose him like that, that's not what the ideal start that you want to a game, especially from a guy who led off yesterday and went 0 for 4.
As the first pitch misses to Sam Wilson, who's going to be starting in left field today. It's going to be actually called a strike, as the home plate umpire, Brian Schoener, is showing her off. 1 pitch here to Sam Wilson, as it's going to be a ground ball to Addison Koff. He's not going to have to play at second base. He's going to flick it over to first, and that'll be the first out of the inning. A 5-3 put out. We'll start today's first out, as there'll be a runner on second base with 1 out, and Miguel Pimentel coming up to the plate.
And we saw Miguel Pimentel DHing and hitting third last night. Got a hit in the 9th inning, but other than that, he was 1 for 4. Didn't really see a whole lot of production out of the first 4 from the Settlers. They just had 2 hits. Considering they only had 1 person reach second base last night, that's not too surprising to see those kind of numbers. Donovan
Thacker comes set, delivers the first pitch to Pimentel. That's going to miss up and in. 1-0 is our count, as we'll do it here. 1-0, 1 out. And AJ, what are the keys to success for Donovan Thacker today? As you've seen Donovan Thacker, you actually haven't, because you've been exclusively going to home games, and I'll tell you, Donovan Thacker's been a premier contact pitcher as you were in your career.
Yeah, definitely for contact guys, getting off to a good start early in games is important. Not giving away all of your pitches early on, being able to get guys out early in the count, and obviously thus far hasn't been the case for Thacker in this game, but we'll see if he can kind of reel it in here towards the end of the first inning.
As he went 3-0 to Miguel Pimentel, and as a guy that really exclusively gets outs on the ground balls, as we saw Middendorf get a lot of pop-outs yesterday, Thacker really exclusively, he gets a dropping fastball in there to get some ground balls, as he's going to walk, and it's going to go 3-1 here to Pimentel. But he walked the leadoff hitter, got an easy ground out, but wasn't good enough for a double play, and now he's got 3-1 to the 3-hole here for the Licking County Settlers. He's going to get the sign from Michael Hall. He's going to kick and deal, as it's going to be a breaking pitch. It's in there for a called strike, and we've heard from the coaches, from the staff of the Hamilton Joes, that they trust Colin Holman, even though Michael Hall has been better offensively. They trust Colin Holman back there defensively more than Hall. They say Hall gets a little, I guess the word they used was a little lazy, as he blocks that one up for a walk, as that's another 7-pitch walk, as it'll be first and second with one out. And they say he just gets a little sluggish behind there. And I'll tell you, I mean, playing every single pitch, you can have a mental lapse here and there, but you just can't allow it back there behind home plate. And they're saying that is something that Colin Holman does better than Michael Hall, even though Michael Hall has been better offensively this part in the season.
Yeah, we've seen him been switching off lately a lot. Not really, as that ball's in the dirt and they move up runners on the corners now. But we see him switch off, and Colin Holman went 2 for 4 last night. So getting production out of both catchers, and that can help a lot when you're able to switch them out like that. Like you mentioned, catcher position, you can get sluggish and tired back there pretty easily, being involved in every single pitch.
So the big fella, Garrett Roberts, is going to come up to the plate, and after the wild pitch, it's going to be first and third with one out. So barring a tailor-made double play, he will be able to get a run in on a ground ball, as this pitch is going to be grounded over to Justin McConnell. They're going to flip it over to second base, see if they have to play at first. They're going to say he's safe over there at first, as it was a bang-bang play. But the Lincoln County Settlers are going to get a first run on Donovan Thacker, as there will be 2 outs on the 5-4 putout. Fielder's choice, and Garrett Roberts will be on first base. And we saw Donovan Thacker earlier in the season struggle in the first inning. The first time we saw him was against the Xenia Scouts, second game of the year up there in Xenia. He threw a complete game, 2-run performance where he gave up both runs in the first inning.
Yeah, we saw him go pretty late in that game and got into some trouble, and they trusted him, and he was able to get ground balls effectively. I think he got 2 or 3 double play balls, and we saw a chance there, but just good job of Roberts to be able to beat it out and get that run in.
As the first pitch misses to the catcher, Cale Baker, as he's going to pop this one up into shallow right field. The right fielder, Chris Hamilton's going to come underneath and now be the third out of the inning for the Hamilton Joes. We're going to head to the bottom of the first, where Lincoln County Settlers were able to score 1 run on no hits. Got the hits off. They got the run across on some free passes, as the Joes are going to tie things up here in the bottom of the first inning. Stay tuned as you're listening to your Hamilton Joes Network.
Proud Hamilton Joes sponsor Miller Coors wants to remind you, whether you're watching the Joes at Foundation Field or catching the game on YouTube, to never compromise on taste. Reach for a Miller Lite, the light beer that's always brewed for more taste with only 96 calories and brewed right here in Ohio. Miller Lite, hold true.
Fort Hamilton Hospital is a full-service community hospital who continues to lead the way to better health in the Butler County area, serving patients from Fairfield, Oxford, Cincinnati, and Middletown. Fort Hamilton Hospital combines modern technology, highly skilled physicians with a friendly, caring staff. Their offerings include maternity, emergency, the most advanced wound healing in Butler County, and a range of outpatient services. For care you can count on, visit Fort Hamilton Hospital, located at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton. Hamilton Eye Care Center has been in business on the west side of Hamilton for over 30 years. They see patients of all ages, from infants to seniors, and offer treatments and solutions for any kind of vision conditions. Visit Hamilton Eye Care Center across from Hamilton High School or call 513-894-1800 to schedule an appointment. Hamilton Eye Care, come see the difference. The Hamilton Joes are proud to partner with Planet Fitness, home of the Judgment Free Zone. You can experience the Judgment Free Zone by joining for only $10 a month. You can join in any of the 13 Cincinnati area Planet Fitness locations or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, the world judges, we don't.
And we are back here, Hamilton Joes fans, as we are back at Foundation Field here on the banks of the great Miami River, as Trey Compton is going to lead off. And we told you how the Joes were setting up defensively. Here's how they're going to go offensively. It's going to be Trey Compton, Chandler Miller, Chris Hamilton, Griffin Dorshing, Sean McGee, and Justin McConnell, Michael Hall, Addison Coffey, and Jarek Altman will be DHing, as Trey Compton's going to step in against Oscar Carvajal, as the first pitch to Trey Compton is going to be fouled off down the right field line. It's going to be 1 pitch, 1 strike for Carvajal, as he's going exclusively from the stretch position. And AJ, what do you think about going from the stretch position?
Yeah, it's a lot of new school type pitchers choose to only go from the stretch, get a little bit of the complicatedness out of it.
As Trey Compton's going to line one into right field as Carvajal's, what do you call it, the new school isn't working here, or at least didn't work for the first at bat. As now coming to play is Chandler Miller. As Zach, do you think Adam Grisham should bunt here in this situation?
Well, we've seen this year that we have seen a lot of bunts early in the game, and I think we might actually see one here with Chandler Miller. I think he, last night,
he had a sacrifice
went
bunt
0 for 4. He showed bunt a couple of times, but they ended up not sacrificing on his. Trey Compton ended up laying one down. But I think if he doesn't get too ahead of him here, if there's another ball or two, I don't think they'll put the sign on. But I think there's a good chance you could see a
He definitely showed it here early on in the count. As he's shown it once again, he's going to take that for a called strike. So it'll be 1-1. And this is where you're going to see if Adam Grisham goes with it again, as they've been able recently to score a lot of runs. The one exclusive game that they didn't score a lot of runs was the game they lost in Richmond, the first game of the series, where they lost 2-1. Other than that, they've been able to put a lot of runs up on the board, and here comes the 1-1 pitch from Carvajal, as Chandler Miller's going to take that for a called ball. 2-1 is our count to the 2-hole, and Chandler Miller has been exclusively very good at the top of this order. He's been honestly one of the premier on-base percentage guys in this order. As here comes the 2-1 as he's going to go for that one. 2-2 is our count now, as he's going to have to swing.
Yeah, we've seen him climb in the lineup lately, average up to 300. That's fourth on the team, third or fourth on the team. So he's really found a spot here in the 2-hole, and he's been there the last couple of games.
As this 2-2 pitch is going to be chopped foul over the first baseman's head. We're going to do it again right here, right now. 2-2 pitch. And what do you think Carvajal, as you've seen, he's going from the stretch, but we haven't seen a whole lot of breaking stuff and just early impressions of Carvajal from a former pitcher. What do you think, AJ?
Yeah, he's throwing pretty good fastballs, locating his pitches pretty well thus far, being aggressive towards the Joes.
As here comes a tailor-made double play of 4 to 6 to 3, and just like that, the leadoff singer is negated, as Adam Grisham had the right call there from Chandler Miller to have him bunt through the first 2 pitches, but took him. And that's going to be a double play here, as Chris Hamilton's going to come up to the plate, the leading hitter for the Hamilton Joes, as he's in charge of getting something going here in the bottom of the first inning for the Joes. As the first pitch is going to miss on the outside part of the plate. 1-0 is our count, and Chris Hamilton has been consistently one of the best hitters for the Hamilton Joes at this point in the season, as this 1-0 pitch is going to miss. 2-0 is our count.
Yeah, we saw Chris Hamilton come up last game with 2 outs, and he singled and stole second, advanced to third on the overthrow, and then came to score on a wild pitch. So 2 outs here in the first inning, but there's still time to turn it around as Hamilton sends that one to left field.
As Hamilton's one of the first 3 hitters in the game, and he's got the second single for the Joes here early on as he gets a 2-out single. And I want to remind the fans, if you are listening at home and you're from Hamilton, if you're from the area, we highly encourage you to come out here tonight, as we've got a couple very good promotions going. We have a bat signed by all the Hamilton Joes that we're giving away. Each fan that comes into the crowd tonight will get a chance to win that bat. And then also after tonight's game, you'll be able to come on the field and watch the fireworks as Griffin Dorsing hits one high and deep. And that one's going to be high and gone, as Griffin Dorsing is going to wave goodbye at that one. And that'll be his 8th home run of the Great Lakes season, as he gives the Joes an early on 2-0 lead, as the first pitch he sees from Oscar Carvajal takes a ride on the Dorsheen Express over the fence, and they got an early head-on lead.
Yeah, extending now his Great Lakes League leading 8th home run. Talked about the 2 he hit on Sunday a couple times yesterday, and we were able to see his power there on the first pitch, just jumping on it, and that one was high and gone. Like right when he hit it, the left fielder looked up, took a couple jogs back, and watched it go out.
And as Carvajal has seen his first 4 hitters, he's given up 3 base hits, though he has 2 outs as he got a quick 2 on the double play. But so far the Joes have been swinging the bat well against the starting pitcher from the Licking County Settlers, as Griffin Dorsing was getting a little sparkler action there, a little fireworks, as the 0-1 pitches misses to McGeehan. We're going to run it here at 1-1.
That's now back-to-back games. We've seen 2 outs in the first inning. Chris Hamilton coming up, getting a hit and making something happen, and the Joes now are leading 2-1.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch as he squibs it over to the third baseman, and that will be the third out as McGeehan almost runs it over, as that will do it for here in the bottom of the first inning as we're going to head it to the top of the second inning. I'm going to hand it off to the, how do you say it, AJ? The Sultan of Synonyms. Zach Verdea himself. Stay tuned as you're listening to your Hamilton Joes Network.
Proud Hamilton Joes sponsor Miller Coors wants to remind you, whether you're watching the Joes at Foundation Field or catching the game on YouTube, to never compromise on taste. Reach for a Miller Lite, the light beer that's always brewed for more taste with only 96 calories and brewed right here in Ohio. Miller Lite, hold true.
At 4-Star Mechanical, they are dedicated to you and all of your different HVAC needs that you have as an owner or building engineer. They have been serving the commercial and industrial construction community for over 20 years and continue to strive for past, present, and future complete customer satisfaction. For more information, visit them on the web at 4starmechanical.com. Camera Security Now sells and installs surveillance and access control systems for businesses nationwide. Their turnkey systems provide an excellent management control tool, going far beyond the obvious benefits of safety and security. Camera Security Now can handle your largest surveillance projects while still providing easy-to-reach personal service. With their upfront pricing, itemized quotes, and live remote access with no monthly fees, you can rest assured your surveillance needs are in capable hands with CameraSecurityNow.com.
And welcome back to Foundation Field. Zach Verdea on the call, still joined by Reid Maus and AJ Schraffenberger as we pick this one up in the top of the second inning. Griffin Dorsing's 2-run home run is able to give the Joes the 2-1 lead here as Donovan Thacker coming back out for the second inning as the first pitch to Nathan Dill, the DH, hitting the sixth, is fouled off over towards the Settlers' dugout.
And I know I talk a whole lot about sabermetrics, and one of the big, it's not even really a sabermetric, is runs created. And Griffin Dorsing is second on the team in that, as the one pitch misses up and in. But yeah, he's the really great thing about Griffin Dorsing, we've given him some crap about early in this year, runner on third base, and he makes a weak out with runners on third base, second base. Regardless, he has the ability to create offense exclusively from his bat, as he showed right there.
And that's for sure, as the 1-1 pitch is in there for a strike to Nathan Dill. So now it's a 1-2 as Thacker in the windup kicks and fires, and that one is popped up, Dorsing back, but Chandler Miller will call him off, and he'll be in shallow right field to make the catch in the first out of the inning. But as you mentioned about Dorsing, before today's game, where his first at-bat, he hit a home run. Going into yesterday's game, he had a 329 isolated power average. Just for reference, like major league leaders, Mike Trout's at 320, and Griffin Dorsing's 329 before a 2-run homer. And that takes in all your extra base hits and your batting average. Is the first pitch to Brendan Alice is a strike one.
And I'm a huge supporter of sabermetrics. I think it's a way better way to compute the game than the way that we've done it for 100 years. And I know it's just, we've done it for 100 years, so it's hard to get off that knack. But computers have really advanced the game in a way that I think it really advances. And there's so many numbers out there that you don't even know what half of them mean. But isolated power is something that you can pretty easily understand. And the fact that Griffin Dorsing is better than the best player in the major leagues shows what he can do at the plate.
And it's only climbing, as that we've already seen him have one home run today in the first inning. We'll see what he does as the 2-1 to Brendan Alice from Donovan Thacker will miss high. have a 3-1 count here. We saw Thacker walk 1 in the first inning. He was able to limit damage as he left left just 1 on after the fielder's choice by Garrett Roberts scored 1. The Joes now lead 2-1, and the 3-1 is swung right through by Alice. It'll be full count now. Already the 3rd full count that Donovan Thacker's been in his 2nd inning of work. 6th batter, as the full count misses outside. As every full count he's had so far, he's put the man on with a walk.
Yeah, Donovan Thacker got out of that first inning pretty easily. He faced 5 batters, but he did give up a few base runners. But still, it's the free passes that's really scarring his record this far into the season. He's been unable to just keep the ball over the plate, but it hasn't hurt him too much, as now there's only 1 out and a 7-hole up at the plate, 8-hole.
Jackson Curb is hitting 8th for the Settlers. The second baseman we saw him pinch run in the 9th. Didn't get past second base. We'll see him foul the first pitch off there. And we saw yesterday how important not walking people was with Ryan Middendorf. He didn't walk anybody last night. He's walked 3 people all season. He went 8 innings. Now he's 3-0. ERA down around 207. So just shows how important it is, as it's now 1-1 to Jackson Curb. With Brendan Alice leading from first. Thacker's in the stretch now. He takes a look over. Alice dances around as the 1-1 is fouled back and out of play by Curb.
One thing I'm noticing a little bit about Donovan Thacker this inning, he's being a lot more aggressive with his pitches. You saw him in the first inning use a lot more breaking balls in counts where he was either even or ahead, and now he's only using those when he gets firmly ahead or if he's trying to retire a batter. So we'll see if he keeps that aggression up throughout the rest of the game.
As the 1-2 is skied out into shallow right field, Chris Hamilton comes on easily and makes the play for the second out of the inning. So there are now 2 outs after the 1-out walk to Brendan Alice. Thacker gets Curb to fly out.
And coming off what AJ said, I think you're absolutely right. I think he's going at this bottom of the zone. He was being a little more finesse at the beginning of the game. And you see some pitchers sometimes get a little more timid at the beginning of the game. They get a little more finesse-like. They try to be cute out there on the mound. That's the word that I like to use. They try to be cute. But when they get to the bottom of the zone, guys that they know they should get out, they start pounding the zone, throwing a lot of fastballs, and that's what Donovan Thacker's doing right now.
After the pickoff attempt, he'll go right after the 9-hole Turner Hill. As that misses low, Hill seemed to think that may have hit him, but he doesn't put up too much of a fight, as maybe he's just trying to get one there, as it's 1-0 to him. Settlers center fielder, that 7th last night, saw him go 1 for 3 with a single and a strikeout. The 1-0 to him will also miss outside. So Thacker falls behind here to the 9-hole for the Settlers with 2 outs. 2-0. Thacker checking on Alice over at first base. The pitch will also miss low. Turner Hill is ahead 3-0. And a nice hitter's count.
And we got to ask ourselves, it hasn't happened here through the first inning, what inning are we going to have the first dispute about an error or a hit? Because it will happen today, I promise you that.
And we're clean so far, as we've seen some walks, as that's now the 2nd of the inning, 4th of the game for Donovan Thacker. And he puts a man in scoring position, as there's runners on 1st and 2nd here for the top of the lineup, Kaz Sobasek.
You know, when your starting pitcher isn't throwing strikes, it's something that'll drive a coach crazy, as we're going to see a mound visit, as if on command from pitching coach Ryan Ziels. But I've been in that situation in the dugout, you know, when a manager is dealing with a guy that can't find the zone the way he should be, and you know, it's something that kind of drives them up a wall, because there's kind of a helpless feeling to it. There's not much that they can go out there and do about it.
Yeah, I've never been a pitcher, but I've been in the catching position, which is another part of the battery, and you get incredibly frustrated out there on the mound, because you're just at a certain point when four free bases in the first 2 innings, you just start calling pitches that are just like, dude, just lay it over the plate. Let's see what they can do. Like, let's just see what can happen. They're still missing, and it is a helpless position here, as you mentioned. And you would have much more experience as a pitcher, as a catcher. You can just kind of scapegoat it, like, what's going on out there? Like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. But in a catching position, it's still hopeless. You're trying to win this ball game, and as you mentioned, 4 free passes. That's not very good.
The first pitch to Sobasek. He's in there for a strike. Just what Thacker needed after a 4-pitch walk. It's a first pitch strike. Get ahead of the leadoff man here. He's hitless so far in the 2-game set. Walked in the first inning of his second bat in consecutive innings. As he chops that one over to first base, but it will trickle foul. Dorsing's there for the play, but won't be needed as runners are headed back to their bases.
Yeah, Thacker has very good stuff. We've seen it time and time again this year, that he has stuff to get people out. He doesn't have dominant stuff where he strikes dudes out. He's not gonna give you 8 innings like Middendorf did yesterday, 8 innings of shutout work, but he will give you consistent inning after consistent inning. And today we haven't seen that a whole lot.
That one is flared over to center field, to shallow left field, as Addison Coffey's there easily to make the catch. That's the third out of the inning. They strand a couple on. No runs there. The Joes will lead 2-1 going to the bottom of the second inning here on your Hamilton Joes Network.
The Hamilton Joes play ball on the banks of the Miami River, but the Great Miami Crew Rowing Squad is happy to sponsor the Hamilton Joes during the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League baseball season.
At Smoothie King, we believe the best ingredients come from nature. That's why we keep adding more whole fruits and vegetables to our smoothies to help you get more out of every sip. At Smoothie King, we've added real whole raspberries bursting with fresh, crisp flavor, just in time for summer. Try an angel food raspberry or Greek yogurt raspberry smoothie for a limited time only. Enjoy whole raspberries at any of the 8 Cincinnati area Smoothie King locations. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose. Proud partner of the Hamilton Joes.
Robinson Fence Company has been servicing the Hamilton area for over 24 years. They're located at 1635 Howell Avenue in Hamilton and offer residential, commercial, and industrial fencing. For more information, please call Robinson Fence Company at 513-867-0080.
And welcome back to Foundation Field. As we saw Donovan Thacker get out of that jam with a runner in scoring position, runners on first and second, 2 outs. You got leadoff man Kaz Sobasek to flare out to Addison Coffey. And the Joes will be up now with Justin McConnell, the 6-hole, starting shortstop today. Will face Oscar Carvajal, who had 2 outs to start the inning and then allowed a hit and home run, and looking at a 2-1 Joes lead as the first pitch to McConnell misses for a ball. Carvajal out of the stretch with nobody on will come with the 1-0 and also miss low.
Yeah, we've seen McConnell, we mentioned it in previous broadcasts, that he's struggling as of late, as we've seen him actually switch spots with McGeehan. He keeps moving his way down the order, and we're just trying to hope that he sees the confidence that he had early on in the season when the Joes were actually losing this, because he was one of the exclusive parts of putting this team on a winning path.
So he sent a one-hopper over there to second base. Second baseman Jackson Kerb able to make the play and retire him for the first out. As you mentioned, McConnell rut continues as he gets the first out of the inning and brings up Michael Hall, the catcher, who we didn't see yesterday, and he's in there today for the 4th of July game, trying to get the 2-game sweep here of the Licking County Settlers at home as he fouls that one back to the backstop. So the 0-1 now as Carvajal gets his sign. Catcher Baker spots up. It'll miss low to Michael Hale. Michael Hall.
Yeah, Michael Hale. Long gone on the Joes roster.
We have not seen a Michael Hale at bat in a little bit, as there's a 1-1 count here with 1 out to Michael Hall, and he takes that pitch inside.
He might have been a little too hard on Michael Hall, honestly.
Michael Hale?
Michael Hale. Michael
Hall.
Hale. Yeah, Michael Hall has been fine. Michael Hale had that 5-air game over at Xenia. As we were a little rough, we were a little tough on him. But, hey, you set the bet, you land.
As Michael Hall will have a 3-1 count now. He's trying to get a base runner for the Joes here with 1 out as Carvajal is 3-1. Will be chopped over to shortstop. Shortstop will make the play, throw it over to first base, but apparently Roberts will stay on the bases. He did a little bit of a splits there. Close play, but Hall not able to get there as he's called out at first base. Garrett Roberts not the type of player that you would expect to make a splits catch over there at first base, but I guess there's a reason he's playing first.
Kopacek did a very good job at making a play there. He didn't have a sharp throw over to first base, but he did make an accurate throw, and he was able to get the second out of the inning for Carvajal.
So now we'll see Addison Coffey down in the 8-hole swinging at the first pitch and missing it as he has seen a little bit of a struggle lately as his batting average is down to 192. See him at third base today. Started yesterday as well. That one bounces to the turf and to the backstop for ball 1. So it's now 1-1 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Joe still leading 2-1. Jared Kaufman on deck. See him DHing tonight as Addison Coffey fouls that one off too. We saw Trey Compton in the DH spot last night, Kaufman in the DH spot today. Little diversity there as they're switching it up. We see Coffey in a 1-2 hole here as Carvajal go for his first clean inning here in the second as the 1-2 breaking ball will be fouled off and will land foul to the right, off to the right side as Garrett Roberts was chasing it down, but not very close as that one lands safely, and Addison Coffey will have another 1-2 count here.
And Nick Carvajal has found himself in a 2-1 hole here earlier on in the game. He has been actually much sharper than Donovan Thacker. Donovan Thacker's given free 4 passes. The Joes got a base runner and then were able to bring him home on a Griffin Dorshing home run. Other than that, they haven't shown a whole lot against Carvajal, and Carvajal hasn't shown a whole lot of weakness.
As Coffey fouls that one off too, so Addison Coffey doing a good job of battling here. Just trying to stay alive with 2 strikes and 2 outs. So he's still down 1-2 in the count. So he fouled off a couple pitches now. Carvajal set. And the 1-2 yet again will run inside, and the breaking ball will hit Addison Coffey, and he'll be hit by a pitch for the second time in 2 games. There's another leadoff man with 2 outs. Another base runner with 2 outs.
Yeah, and that's a bad free pass as after getting the 7th guy out, the 7th guy in this order out, he gives a free pass up against Jared Kaufman, who's batting 9, but one of the streakiest hitters in this Hamilton Joes lineup, and he's been hot recently.
Yeah, now we have Jared Kaufman, who going into yesterday was 10 for 20 in the last week, went 1 for 3 last night, had a stolen base as well, so he'll look to stay hot like he did last night as he takes the first pitch up and in for a ball.
Another thing that drives you crazy as a pitcher, being ahead 2 strikes in the count and hitting a guy with a breaking ball, something that you'll definitely lose sleep over, especially if this inning ends up turning out bad for the Settlers.
Have you tossed a lot in the bed over those?
I have. Many a night I've spent awake thinking about guys that I've hit with 2 strikes.
And I'll tell you what, guys. We're a pretty good broadcasting crew, and I'll take us over there. There's another broadcasting crew in the Queen City tonight calling the ESPN game here that's actually in Great American Ballpark. I'll take Zach Verdea over John Sciambi. I'll take AJ Schraffenberger over Jessica Mendoza, and I'll take me over Alex Rodriguez. And you notice that I picked myself over the best looking of that crew.
That's fair.
Because, I mean, if you could see a camera on this crew, it's bar none.
Yeah, I think I'd opt for Matt Vasgersian instead of John Sciambi because he's different looking people as Addison Coffey will take second base. There, a little off track. Me and Shambi are about polar opposites.
John Shambi is polar opposites than Zach Verdea.
If you haven't seen John Shambi, just do a quick image search.
If you haven't seen Zach Verdea,
just look at Shambi and think the opposite.
Complete opposite.
As it's now a 1-2 count to Kaufman with Addison Coffey now standing on second base. He gets an extra step over there. Kaufman will chop that over to third base, throw it over to first, and Miguel Pimentel, the third baseman, over to Roberts to get the third out. So hit by pitch by Addison Coffey with 2 outs. Not able to get him in as he advanced to second on a stolen base. Joe's leading this one 2-1. AJ Schraffenberger will have it for the third inning. We'll be right back on your Hamilton Joes Network.
Superior Computer Services approaches your IT support differently by seeking to prevent problems with your IT environment, not profiting off of solving them. If you want to feel like you have your own IT department without the outrageous cost, visit 513fixmypc.com. Superior Computer Services, defining excellence in computer and network solutions. Fort Hamilton Hospital is a full-service community hospital who continues to lead the way to better health in the Butler County area, serving patients from Fairfield, Oxford, Cincinnati, and Middletown. Fort Hamilton Hospital combines modern technology, highly skilled physicians with a friendly, caring staff. Their offerings include maternity, emergency, the most advanced wound healing in Butler County, and a range of outpatient services. For care you can count on, visit Fort Hamilton Hospital, located at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton. Pfefferly Tire and Auto Service has 3 convenient locations, servicing Hamilton, Fairfield, and all of Butler County. Pfefferly Tire and Auto Service is family-owned and operated, and have been in business since 1994. Whether it's a quick oil change you need, or full-service auto repair, Pfefferly Tire and Auto is the place to go. They have 2 locations in downtown Fairfield and 1 on the west side of Hamilton. For more information, visit them at one of their 3 locations or visit pftire.com.
Donovan Thacker back out there on the mound for the Joes. He'll face off against the left fielder Sam Wilson to lead things off here in the top of the third inning. Wilson batting in the 2-hole for the Licking County Settlers tonight. Grounded out to third base in his first at-bat back in the first inning, and he'll watch the first pitch from Thacker miss down low for ball 1. Joes put up a 2-spot back in the first inning on a 2-run home run by Griffin Dorshing, as Wilson's going to lift this one, hit it on the ground down the left third baseline, I should say. And Addison Coffey makes a diving stop, but not able to get up and make a throw as it slips out of his glove there. So a base hit there for Wilson.
And that's a beautiful job by Addison Coffey, because that probably, in all stretch of the matter, is going to be a double down the first base line, a leadoff double. But Coffey, he doesn't make the play, and he's a little frustrated himself, but he does a fantastic defensive stop by not allowing Sam Wilson to get the leadoff double as his runner on first base and no one out instead of runner on second base.
Yeah, absolutely great play there, and obviously, even if he does field the ball cleanly, it would take a perfect throw to retire Wilson, who was running pretty well on the play, and this one going to be fouled off by the third baseman, Miguel Pimentel. He'll be behind in the count 0-1 quickly.
Yeah, Coffey was full extension there, and you see him hit an 8-hole today, and we mentioned his batting average and stuff, but it's good to keep him in the lineup because of his defensive ability. We see him over there a lot, making strong throws, and that can really help get more outs than you would expect on some chopped balls to him and plays that maybe someone with a less arm couldn't make.
So we'll see if Thacker can get himself another ground ball here. Try to get a twin killing out of it. 0-1 pitch. Catches the inside part of the plate there. And quickly ahead 0-2 is Thacker. Four walks thus far for Thacker, as we've mentioned several times, but definitely seems to be getting more aggressive as the game moves on. Challenging hitters in the strike zone. No ball and 2-strike pitch. Misses upstairs with a fastball. Bringing the count to 1-2.
We've seen Thacker have someone 0-2 this game already and lose him with some 4 straight balls, and it's important for him to go right after him here, as we've mentioned how many walks he has.
This one lifted out to right field by Pimentel. Hamilton is under it in plenty of time, however, and that is going to be the first out of the inning.
And for the sake of Zach here in the booth, it's worth mentioning that we've yet to see the beer batter. We've yet to see a strikeout in this game, as on the 4th of July when we're selling beer pretty late here on America's birthday. As I mentioned, if you're in Hamilton, please come out to the game. We got a ton of promotions. It's a great, fantastic game. But yeah, not yet to have a beer batter there. Zach, I'm sure, is a little disappointed.
Yeah, this is coming through the second time through the lineup here. We got Garrett Roberts up, last night's beer batter. So hopefully we have a little good juju with that, and we get a strikeout here, or soon.
No better time than the present from last night's beer batter, Garrett Roberts. He bats fourth in the lineup tonight for the Settlers. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the first. That gave him an RBI, counting for the only run of the game thus far for the Settlers. He's behind in the count, 0-1, however, here. On the move over there at first is Wilson, but Roberts is going to foul this one off of his person there. Looks like off the leg, if I had to guess, and he is in a bit of discomfort. We'll hope that everything turns out all right for Roberts there. You know, it's plays like that why you see a lot of guys nowadays wearing the shin protector that you see of the on-deck hitter. Cale Baker actually has one on his front ankle as well, and it's a ball that does not feel good, I know. I didn't do it much myself as a pitcher, but I think maybe...
Oh, you don't even know.
Yeah, it's not a fun thing to have to go through.
It's definitely one of those things that you watch in sports that you don't even understand how it happens until it happens. Like, you'll sit there all day, you'll watch someone do it. Like, everyone has a kid on the team that does it a lot. Like, just fouls, pitches off his ankle, and you see it frequently throughout the season. And then you're just wondering, you're sitting there wondering, how does this happen all the time until it happens to you? And you're like, oh my gosh, he might not actually be a wuss. I might just be over-exaggerating what's going on.
Yeah, definitely capable of causing some bruising is the baseball off the batted ball. But none the worse for wear is Roberts. He'll step back into an 0-2 count now. Sam Wilson over there at first base. One out in the inning for the Joes. He's going to tap this one towards short. No play at second base. So McConnell will elect to fire it over to Griffin Dorshing at first.
Yeah, I thought maybe on the slow Garrett Roberts they had a chance, even on the high chopper to Justin McConnell. They still had a chance to turn two, but Sam Wilson was just too quick getting into the second base bag and left a runner on second with 2 outs.
Yeah, definitely the right play there made by McConnell, choosing to get that second out of the inning and sacrifice the lead runner making his way to second base. Definitely a luxury that you have being up by a run here early in the game, as the catcher Cale Baker now will step in and foul that first pitch away. No balls and 1 strike.
We've seen Thacker getting ahead of his hitters more this inning. We haven't seen him really get behind too much as that first one's fouled off. So doing a better job of coming out in the third inning. We've mentioned how we saw him sometimes struggle earlier in his starts and then settle in, and we're seeing it today.
Yeah, he's definitely shown an unnecessary amount of pitches here earlier on in the game. It's not that he has been in early a lot of stress. He's just really brought it upon himself, getting deep into counts, walked a unhealthy amount of pitchers here early on, and he's really put himself in the hole that he is.
After a good pitcher's pitch on 0-1, the 0-2 pitch fouled off of his third base coach for the Licking County Settlers by Cale Baker. So he'll see another no ball and 2 strike pitch. Baker 0 for 1 on the day, flew out to right field back in the first inning. The inning that the Settlers scored their one and only run of the evening thus far. This one is going to be a breaking ball, just missing out in the dirt, bringing the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Baker just a .224 hitter coming into tonight's game, 13 hits in his first 58 at-bats on the season. This pitch just missing upstairs from Thacker. You could tell he definitely wanted to get the call on that one, but home plate umpire Brian Schoener says nay. So that will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the third inning. Thacker set at the belt. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This one lifted out to right field. Hamilton will take 1/2 step in and camp under this one, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning here in the 3rd. So we will head to the bottom of the 3rd inning after this short break, and the Joes will be looking to build on their 2-1 lead right here on the Hamilton Joes Network.
Hamilton Eye Care Center has been in business on the west side of Hamilton for over 30 years. They see patients of all ages, from infants to seniors, and offer treatments and solutions for any kind of vision conditions. Visit Hamilton Eye Care Center across from Hamilton High School or call 513-894-1800 to schedule an appointment. Hamilton Eye Care. Come see the difference. M&G Body Shop is a woman-owned, family-operated collision repair center with an honest and dependable staff that has over 45 years of experience bringing cars back to life or pre-accident condition. They've been in business in Hamilton for over 18 years and focus on mostly body repairs, from minor dents and repairs to major body work and insurance repairs due to an accident. Next time you have car repairs you need done, visit M&G Body Shop in Hamilton. Bridgewater Falls is proud to continue its sponsorship of the Hamilton Joes. Bridgewater Falls offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Best Buy, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations. From burgers to pizza to sushi, experience all of the flavors Bridgewater Falls has to offer. Bridgewater Falls is located just off of Ohio 129 at the corner of Princeton Road and Bypass 4. Come experience great shopping, dining, and services in the heart of Fairfield Township at Bridgewater Falls.
So time to build on the lead here for the Joes as we return in the bottom of the 3rd inning here at Foundation Field in Hamilton, Ohio. Top of the order coming up, Trey Compton, Chandler Miller, and Chris Hamilton at least due up for the Joes. Hopefully more following Chris Hamilton. Trey Compton 1 for 1 on the day as he steps into the right-handed batter's box. Singled to lead things off tonight, but was then retired on a double play back in the 1st inning. Still see Oscar Carvajal as he throws the first pitch to Compton, who taps it out to short. Play at first. Compton is retired by about a step and a half, and that will be a quick first out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Joes. 6-3 if you're keeping score at home, and that's going to bring up Chandler Miller now, second baseman for the Joes tonight. Grounded into earlier mentioned double play back in the 1st inning. So an 0 for 1 spot, looking to improve on that tonight. It's ahead in the count 1-0. This one just going to miss downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes now on Chandler Miller. Batting an even .300 coming into tonight's game. 18 hits in his first 60 at-bats in the 18 games he has appeared in this season, as he's quickly ahead 3 balls and no strikes now. We've yet to see a walk issued by the Settlers pitcher Oscar Carvajal to this point. His 2 1/3 innings of work, and he's going to rear a fastball into there, catch the outside corner for strike 1. The 3-1 pitch tapped back towards Carvajal. He's going to take a few strides towards first. Flip it underhand softball style over there to the first baseman Roberts. And Miller is retired for the 2nd out of the inning.
So now the 3rd inning, the first 2 innings we saw Carvajal retire the first 2 hitters quickly. Then the first inning, he gave up a single. The second inning, he hit a guy. So it'll be interesting to see, even though you think he might be working well to start the innings, we've seen him allow the next guy.
Yeah, and it's worth mentioning.
Twice.
It's worth mentioning that the first inning, he saw the same thing happen. He got Trey Compton and Chandler Miller out consecutively, and he brought up Chris Hamilton. Chris Hamilton got on base, and one swing later, Griffin Dorsing gave the Hamilton Joes a 2-1 lead.
So Hamilton in the box now, behind 0-1. Carvajal is going to miss with a breaking pitch, I should say, coming back, evening up the count at a ball and a strike. We mentioned Chris Hamilton singled in his first at bat, ended up coming around to score on the Griffin Dorsing home run, the following batter. He'll now be ahead in the count, 2-1 now. Two-one pitch lifted out towards center field. Center fielder Hill giving chase. He'll be backpedaling on his way towards the fence, but he will be able to make the out to retire the Joes here in the bottom of the third inning. So we will head to the fourth inning after this short break. The captain of comedy, Reid Maus,
Captain of comedy,
will have the call for you in the fourth inning after we return on this short break on your Hamilton Joes Network.
The Hamilton Joes are proud to partner with Planet Fitness, home of the Judgment Free Zone. You can experience the Judgment Free Zone by joining for only $10 a month. You can join in any of the 13 Cincinnati area Planet Fitness locations or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, the world judges, we don't. At TriHealth Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, they know that in Cincinnati, sports isn't just a way of life, it is life. That's why the Hamilton Joes trust TriHealth to train and care for their players. TriHealth aims to ensure you don't miss out on a single moment. They provide care Cincinnatians need to keep doing what they love. So get out there and keep cheering, keep playing, keep following your passion with TriHealth Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
In its 70th year of operation, All Wealth Federal Credit Union is proud to partner with Hamilton's hometown baseball team. All Wealth is Hamilton's only homegrown credit union, ready to assist with all of your financial needs. Their friendly staff are here to help the residents of Hamilton and Butler County live the American dream. Visit allwealth.org today and see how you can hit a financial home run with All Wealth.
Customized vehicle and car wraps from Luxurious Wraps will have you zooming past your competition. From full-color wraps and window graphics to magnetics and vinyl lettering, Luxurious Wraps' team of professionals will work with you to determine the best and most cost-effective solution to turn your company vehicle into a high-impact advertisement. For more information, visit luxurious-wraps.com.
And we are back here, Hamilton Joes fans, as right here in the top of the fourth inning, Donovan Thacker throws the leadoff pitch in the inning to Nathan Dill, who singles it into right field for a leadoff base knock, as we're going to have a run on first base. Nothing has it as Brandon Alice is going to come up to the plate. Brandon Alice, we didn't see him yesterday. He got on via a walk in his first plate appearance as he gets all of this ball, but gets all of it in the wrong direction as he's going to hit it in the oak tree here about 400 feet foul. As the majestic oak is going to signal 0-1 count. As Donovan Thacker's going to get back on the bump. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. As he gets a sign from Michael Hall, he kicks and delivers. That ball is going to be... It's going to find some rubber pellets in the turf. 1-1 our count. As we are in here in the top of the fourth inning, the Joes have a 2-1 lead. Runner on first base. No one out. 1-1 count as this pitch is going to miss. Up to Brandon Alice, the right fielder, who's batting 7-hole tonight. He's actually going to replace the right fielder from yesterday, Turner Hill, as Turner Hill is going to move to the more exclusive defensive position, center field. As we will see a 2-1 count here to the right fielder. As he kicks and deals, and he's going to pop this one, but it's going to go out of play as everyone's just going to stare at it. as it's going to go out of the stadium here at Foundation Field. Hope it doesn't hit an 06 Mustang in the crowd, as that's mine. And actually, in the first game I came to here, won dirtiest car of the year. So, a little background story. I don't clean well, so you can tell from my voice, I'm sure. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Donovan Thacker, as this pitch is going to miss up and in. Got a full count. Yeah, I'm certainly not a Brent Musburger. I'm more like a, I don't know.
Jim Brockmeyer.
No, I don't want to go Jim Brockmeyer. I want to go more the cowboy, Jeff Brantley. Talk about some Montgomery in and whatnot. As here comes the full count pitch from Donovan Thacker. This pitch is going to be lined into right center field. We're going to have extra bases. We'll see if the runner on first base will score. It doesn't look likely, as Sean McGinn's going to cut it off into right center field. They're going to hold the runners up at second and third, and they'll be, after back-to-back hits, second and third, no one out, and none other than Jackson Curb, the second baseman, coming up to the plate.
Yeah, now there's runners on second and third. Every single inning we've seen Thacker at least allow one base runner to get into scoring position, reach second base. They only have the one run in the first, with nobody out and two runners in scoring position here. We'll see if Thacker can go after Jackson Curb here and try to get an out.
Yeah, Jackson Curb, one of the natives from the Music City, who actually goes to school, does his educating in the Music City in Belmont University. As if you don't know already, is it's not alluded to enough. Music City is Nashville, as Nashville actually is on the radar to get a Major League Baseball team. If you guys didn't realize this, the MLB is planning to expand here in the few years. Two team. I'd imagine one team that is definitely, it's done, set in stone, is Montreal. I'm sure Montreal is going to get a team. Then the next one is really open to speculation, and Nashville is one of those teams in that speculation, as the first pitch misses 1-0.
Nashville recently awarded a Major League Soccer team as recently as the end of 2017, so they will begin play with Cincinnati's new Major League Soccer team in 2019 for those who are concerned about such things.
Yeah, and as Donovan Thacker is looking for strikeout against Jackson Curb, as he gets the 1-0 pitch to make it 1-1, and here comes the 1-1 delivery as it's fouled over the first base dugout. We're going to go to 1-2, and you're absolutely right. They actually will not join the MLS till the year 2020. 2020. I said it wrong. 2020 is Cincinnati FC. FC Cincinnati will join in 2019. They'll actually get there a year earlier. It's big news here in Cincinnati, as we have actually been awarded, as this pitch is going to be chopped over to third base, and it's going to be an easy out at home plate. Addison Coffey's going to make a beautiful throw towards Michael Hall at home, as the runner on second base, Nathan Dill, makes an ill-advised go at it going home on the 0-out play, as they'll be now runners at the corners with one out, and they still got a good chance of getting a run in. It's a beautiful play by Addison Coffey and getting the 5-2 fielder's choice.
Yeah, great decision there by Coffey. Looked him back, saw the not-so-speedy Nathan Dill running home, and he has the arm to easily get him out there. Great tag also by Michael Hall.
This first pitch misses to the 9-hole, Austin Turner, 1 out. Yeah, but when you talk about teams that might expand into the MLB, obviously I think it's painfully obvious that Montreal will get a team, as there's only one team in Canada. Montreal has a very thick fan base. They actually still root for the Washington Nationals that moved there in 2005. But I'm sure Montreal will get a team. And then the next team, as the pitch, the count goes to 2-0, misses up and away. There's a few teams that have been discussed. Nashville, Charlotte in South Carolina. There they have pretty much every major athletics team. San Antonio, as this pitch is going to be lined up the middle, as the Lincoln County Steelers are going to tie the game up. There might be a play at third base, as Sean McGinn's not going to throw it over to third base, as Austin Turner gets a 1-out single to make it 2-2, and Donovan Thacker has given up his 2-1 lead here early on in the game.
We'll see some action down in the Joe's bullpen now, as Thacker is still in a little bit of trouble here. They'll send the catcher Michael Hall out to buy some time for the right-hander warming up down in the pen there.
And you can see how big that last play was. Addison Coffey being able to get Dill out at the plate because it's a 2-2 game now. There's still runners in the corners with one out, but lucky to have the out and not be in a hole here, as a ground ball can still induce a double play and get out of the inning.
Yeah, so Turner Hill comes up with a 1-out single here in the top of the 4th inning as Donovan Thacker's looking for a ground ball from Kaz Zobiak to get him out, and Adam Grissom's going to go out there and talk to his starting pitcher, as we don't see Adam Grissom go out there and just have a quick chat with the right-hander. Normally when he comes out there, it looks like it's the end of the road, but there's a right-hander warming up in the bullpen. It looks like Danny Maddock, but we'll see what Adam Grissom goes to do here against Donovan Thacker.
Yeah, Danny Maddock's definitely been a go-to, and it looks like we will see him here, as Adam Grissom's got the ball from Thacker, and Thacker's done for the day.
I don't mind the early pull from Adam Grissom, and we'll actually talk about this more as we're going to take a short break, as we're going to set ourselves up here and look a little bit about Danny Maddock, as we're going to come back to here on your Hamilton Joe's Network. I'm Reid Maus, along with AJ Schraffenberger and Zach Verdea. Stay tuned as you're listening to your Hamilton Joe's Network.
Hamilton Joe's Baseball is brought to you by Triangle Sign Company, a sign of quality since 1921. If your current signage isn't giving you the visibility to attract interest and assist in getting people in your door, then it's time for a custom sign solution from Triangle Sign Company. Whether you're a big or small business, school, or organization, they will design and build a sign that is just right for you. Offering their support for the Hamilton Joes, we thank Triangle Sign Company for their continued support.
Nothing pairs better with summer or exciting Joe's action than an ice-cold Coca-Cola. The Joes are proud to serve Coca-Cola at Foundation Field and want to remind you to share a Coke and a smile with your favorite Joes fan this season. Coca-Cola. Taste the feeling. Though founded in 2015, Aspen Roofing and Siding has firmly planted its name within the tri-state community. A step above the rest is not just a slogan, but a way of life. They exist to protect and enhance your home, which is your most valuable investment. By giving back to the community, they invest directly into relationships with their existing and future customers. For more information, visit them online at aspencincy.com. The Hamilton Joes are proud to partner with Queen City Hospice. Queen City Hospice is a locally and independently owned and operated company that is dedicated to providing patient-centered care and support to residents of the greater Cincinnati area in whatever place they call home. Whether they live in a private residence, an assisted living community, or a nursing home, our well-trained and experienced team members will go to the patient's location to provide personalized assistance and care. For more information, visit queencityhospice.com. The Great Miami Valley YMCA is a 127-year-old organization serving nearly 50,000 people throughout 8 locations located in and around Hamilton, Fairfield, and Middletown. Their mission is to put Christian principles into practice through programs that build healthy spirit, mind, and body for all. For more information, please visit gmvymca.org.
And we are back here, Hamilton Joes fans, as Danny Maddock's going to take the hill here for the Hamilton Joes. And I actually like the call from Adam Grissom going early. He's got a 2-2 lead here in the 4th inning. Donovan Thacker didn't look sharp by any stretch of the imagination, as Kaz Zobiak is actually going to come up and he's going to take the first pitch for a strike, as he was looking to bunt there. Turner Hill's actually going to steal second base. So it'll be second and third, 1 out. Infield will take a mid-level in, as here comes the 1-0-1 as it's going to miss. 1-1 is our count to Kaz Zobiak, who actually comes up to the plate 0 for 1 and got on via the walk. He actually scored the first run for the Licking County Settlers.
And this is Danny Maddock's 10th appearance out of the pen. It's right up there with Connor Bell for most on the team. 5 of his last 6 outings have been clean. Just one he allowed a couple runs in is when he went 3 1/3 coming in for an injured starter in Saginaw. So he's definitely been a go-to. 3.24 ERA. He's been one of the better ones out of the pen for the Joes.
He is actually like you mentioned, just right there with Connor Bell. He's one guy that Adam Grissom has looked to early on this year to come out of that pen and be very strategic. He's gone early in the game. He's gone late in the game. He's really just fit in wherever he can as the sidewinder right-hander. It's fallen behind, or it's actually knotted up at 2-2 to Kaz Zobiak. As he gets the sign from Michael Hall, he kicks and deals, and this pitch is going to be grounded over to the pitcher. They're actually going to let that one go foul, so we'll do it over again here at 2-2. As Zobiak stays alive, as if that one stayed fair, he probably would have actually brought in a run, so I'm sure he wished that he did put that one in fair territory.
And as a leadoff man, I think he's got a little bit of speed, and he had a chance to beat that one out, so Sobasek could have had a hit and an RBI there, even with that little chopper. Lucky that it just went foul pretty easily.
So here comes the 2-2 pitch, as that's going to be missed there, as the home plate umpire, Mr. Brian Schoener, didn't want to Schoener off, as it's going to go to a full count. Yeah, Brian Schoener's on the home plate. Justin Penix in the field, as the full count is going to be fouled over towards the first base dugout. So we'll do it right again here, as Danny Maddock is trying to strike out the leadoff here for Lincoln County Settlers. Full count, 1 out, runners on second and third, infield in at mid-depth, corners in. As the pitch is going to be swung on and missed, as Danny Maddock gets the slow stuff on the outside part of the plate. And that actually, Zach Verdea is pumping his fist. I really wish you guys can see how excited Zach Verdea gets in this press box when the beer batter gets announced. So Kaz Zobiak is going to be our beer batter of the game. If you guys come here later in the game, you might actually get some discounted beer. So we're going to have 2 outs as Sam Wilson's coming up to the plate. He is 1 for 2 on the day. Runners on second and third. He had a double in his last at-bat. As this pitch is going to miss, slowing away, 1-0 our count.
And all it took was Danny Maddock to come in and face one batter,
Fresh
and
pitcher.
we have a beer batter.
That's actually why Adam Grissom took him out and said, these people need discounted beer. As Danny Maddock's going to hop on the mound and get the sign from Michael Hall. As this pitch is going to be flown out to center field, the center fielder Sean McGinn, and Danny Maddock does a beautiful job at keeping it 2-2 as the Joes will try and regain their lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. I'm Reid Maus along with AJ Schraffenberger and Zach Verdea. Unplug your ears as you're going to be listening to your Hamilton Joes Network.
Body Shop is your one-stop shop for car repair. Woman-owned and family-operated collision repair center. They can be reached at 513-851-9056 or can be found online at mgbody.com. A proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Your AAA store has moved to a new location in Hamilton. 2870 Menards Boulevard in Fairfield Township is your new home for all your travel, insurance, and attraction ticket needs. AAA has great member deals on everything you need for a great vacation. Visit AAA today in Fairfield Township to join America's largest motor club organization or online at AAA.com.
Richard's Pizza is one of Hamilton, Ohio's most favorite spots, bringing you Richard's famous steak sandwiches since 1955 and a proud supporter of your hometown Hamilton Joes. Whether it's pizzas, salads, pastas, or a little bit of fudge for dessert, Richard's Pizza has it all for you and your family.
For over 40 years, the Moats Group has been committed to leaving a lasting legacy with every field they create. They are synthetic and natural turf specialists, focusing on sports field design, construction, removal, replacement, maintenance, and management. Moats has made their name designing innovative and comprehensive, performance-based sports field systems tailored to their customers' specific needs. They build fields from inception to completion with pride, dignity, and the utmost integrity. For more information, please visit themoatsgroup.com. Proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
And we are back here. Hamilton Joes fan is Griffin Dorsey is going to come up to the plate. He actually, in his first at-bat today, went yard as on the 4th of July, he actually had some fireworks in himself, getting 2 runs on the board with a first-inning home run as he hits this ball into right center field. The right fielder will give chase. He'll fall underneath it, and that'll be the first out of the inning as Dorshing thought he might have had extra bases, but instead it's just going to be the first out of the inning as Sean McGinn's going to come to the plate.
Yeah, he blasted that one and hung up there a little bit, but Dorshing was busting it around first, around second too. He was looking for extra bases there.
As now Sean McGeehan's going to come to plate. He grounded out to third base in his first at-bat. Here comes the 0-0 delivery. It's going to be in there, and showing her off as that's going to be a first pitch strike to the center fielder, Sean McGeehan. 0-1 our count to the native of Hamilton, New Jersey. He's going to see some real Hamilton fireworks tonight after the game. Yeah, that was a shot centered at Hamilton, New Jersey. I'm sure Hamilton, New Jersey doesn't have a statue of Alexander Hamilton in their main street. As Hamilton, Ohio does, this pitch is going to be chopped over to third base. Nice throw over to Roberts, and McGeehan is retired. 2 outs, 2 base runners, 2 batters, 2 outs there for the starting pitcher for the Lincoln County Settlers.
Yeah, we've really seen Carvajal settle in since the home run. He allowed just the 1 base runner after that, and it was a 1-2 count where he hit Addison Coffey. Got a ground out right after that, and ever since then he's retired everybody in order.
So we'll see if McConnell can get something going here with 2 outs as he takes the first pitch for a called strike. He grounded over to second base on his first at-bat. 0-1 is our count to the shortstop. He was batting 6-hole today. From Wright State University, Springboro, Ohio is his native city. Here comes the 0-1 count as this pitch is going to be grounded over to the first base dugout. 0-2. So we got an 0-2 count. McConnell's finding himself deep in a well. He's trying to get some magic into Carvajal. Here comes the 0-2 delivery. That's going to miss on the outside part of the plate. 1-2, as that was a good 0-2 pitch, I believe. AJ, do you ever go with the outside fastball there on 0-2?
Almost exclusively, yeah. I definitely used that pitch to my advantage when I was still pitching back in the day, but those days are behind me.
As actually it's going to be the breaking pitch on the outside part of the plate that gets Justin McConnell as he is still struggling up there at the plate. As we're going to head to the top of the third inning, unplug, get some earwax out, go to your bathroom cabinet, get some cotton swabs, unplug your ears as Zach Verdea is going to take over the play-by-play here at the top of the 5th inning. Stay tuned as you're listening to your Hamilton Joes Network.
Pate Appliance Services have given you 61 years of phenomenal service for any appliance that you need. With flexible scheduling, automated reminders, state-of-the-art service, and an A-plus customer satisfaction rating from the Better Business Bureau, Pate Appliance Services is there for you. They can be reached at 513-863-4700 or found online at pateappliance.com.
At L.E. Schofield Window and Door Company, you'll get competitive prices from a trusted local company. You can depend on L.E. Schofield's outstanding workmanship and 65 years of experience to get the job done properly every time. From garage doors to entry doors to windows and awnings. For more information, visit SchofieldWindowDoor.com.
The Fitton Center for Creative Arts kicks off its 25th anniversary celebrations with its annual season launch party on Friday, August 17th from 5 to 11 p.m. The season launch is a free community event with all parts of the Fitton Center open to the public, including galleries, classrooms, studios, as well as performance and event spaces. Enjoy light appetizers and a cash bar, while the 10-piece River City Party Band will perform on the Riverview Terrace. For more information, visit fittoncenter.org or like the Fitton Center on Facebook.
And welcome back to Foundation Field. It's Danny Maddock. We saw him come in last inning in a big spot with a couple men in scoring position, and he was able to strike him out, get him to fly out as he got out of the inning, and the Joes went a quick 1-2-3 as Carvajal has settled in, and it's 2-2 here. Starting the 5th inning as Miguel Pimentel, the third baseman, hit the 3-hole for the second consecutive night for the Settlers. He's 0 for 1 with a walk in the first. We'll see what he can do here as it's his third at-bat in 5 innings so far, as it's the third time through this Settlers lineup as he fouls the first one down the left field line and out of play. So he's got an 0-1 quickly here as Maddock will look to go straight after him. Nobody out there warming in the pen, so see how long Maddock goes as this 0-1 is missed low for a ball in the turf. Michael Hall blocking it. He took that one off the hand. He's walking it off a little bit off his catching hand, glove hand. Has Maddox step off here so he can have a little bit more time to gather himself. So he appears ready to go now as Pimentel steps in the box, and he's got a 1-1 count. It's the Joe's reliever, Danny Maddock, looks in for his sign and gets it. The 1-1 will also miss for a ball, so Danny Maddock, first pitch strike. And then back-to-back balls, and there's a 2-1 count to the 3-hole. So he'll face the heart of the lineup, 3-4-5. As the 2-1 misses inside as well, so 3 straight balls now from number 16 for the Joes. It's Pimentel. And they're ready to go as Maddock works out of the stretch exclusively, and the 3-1 is skied out to center field. Sean McGeehan easily camps under that one and makes the play. So the first out of the inning is a fly out. Garrett Roberts, the 4-hole, step in for the Licking County Settlers. He's 0 for 2 on the day, reached on a fielder's choice in his first at-bat. No such luck in his second as he's grounded out to the shortstop. See how Maddock goes after the cleanup man for the Settlers as he just chops that one over. Foul towards the Joe's dugout. He's behind 0-1 now. Garrett Roberts, number 32. We'll see. Seen him back-to-back nights in the cleanup spot. Saw him with some big hacks yesterday, and he'll take one there as it's now 0-2. Saw him strike out once last night in his 0 for 4 day. Brings it to 0 for 6 in the series. Just 2 games, as that's a 0-2 pitch taken low for a ball. It's Danny Maddock looking for a quick inning here as the Settlers were able to get one back to add on to their 1 in the first and tie this game up, as that's just chopped over to third base. Addison Coffey will see it go right under his glove, and Roberts is breaking for second base as Trey Compton had to come in a while. He wasn't anticipating that ball to get through, so it just trickles out into left field, and Roberts is on second base after the error.
You're right, it's an error. That's all I got for you. There is absolutely right. A lot of people will say no leather, no air, but runner on second base, 1 out. And Danny Maddox had his first real issue of trouble.
First trouble with his own runners as he inherited a couple last inning. Was able to work out of it, so we'll see if he can do it again here with a runner on second base after the air. And Cale Baker stepping in. Sent a couple out to right field today. Chris Hamilton retired him on both. So he's 0 for 2. He's got a 1-0 count here. As Maddock comes set. That one misses inside, so he'll fall behind 2-0 here to the 5-hole for the Settlers. Their catcher, Cale Baker. Have Nathan Dill on deck. He's got a hit. Brendan Alice in the hole. He also has one. That's 2 of the 4 for the Settlers as that one clips the outside corner, and it's now 2-1. That runner on second base, we'll see if a single, if they'll even send him, as he's Doesn't have the appearance of too much speed, 'cause that one's just fouled straight back and out of play by Baker. Maddox got him 2-2 now. Still the 1 out in the inning. The air on the third baseman, Coffey, allowed Roberts to reach second base, and that's where we are as the 2-2 will miss outside. Maddox will have a full count here. Maddox saw a full count against Kaz Sobasek in the last inning, and he struck him out. We'll see what he does here as the full count pitches. Check swung and fouled by Cal Baker off by the on-deck circle. Was unsure on that one, but lucky to get a bat on it as that ball looked like it may have been a strike. Nevertheless, we got full count and 1 out here as Maddox second full count pitch will come in and miss low, so be another base runner here as there's 1 out. Runners on first and second. Saw Danny Maddox only face 2 batters last inning. He's faced 3 this inning, and that was his first walk. So Nathan Dill singled in the last inning, the 4th. He led off the inning. He was gunned down at home as he tried to score on a chopper to Addison Coffey, but had no luck. As we'll see what he can do here and make up for it. There's 1 out, and he takes the first pitch inside for a ball.
Yeah, back to that at bat for Baker there with the 3-2 pitch that ended up walking. I mean, they went with a breaking ball, which I thought was interesting. The fact that Baker looked silly on the pitch before that, he was just able to check swing and foul off. So you figure he's probably guessing at that point. You wonder why they didn't decide to be aggressive with a fastball on that pitch and just really challenge him and see what he can do with it.
And ended up missing for a ball in his first walk of the day to put 2 men on and 1 out, but now they have the force out, so Maddox will look, see if a ground ball can help him here as he has 2-0 to Nathan Dill. But that one hits the inside corner, and he's got a 2-1 after the strike.
Yeah, and here with runners on first and second, 1 out, we're actually seeing someone get loose in the bullpen. It looks like Jack Silva, a little slow-throwing left-hander, is going to get loose for the Joes.
That one's fouled off by Dill to even it out at 2-2, but you see Silva warming up, and we do see a lot of Jack Silva as well. We've mentioned Connor Bell along with Maddox. Silva's right up there. He's tailing him for most appearances. Last time we saw Maddox, we also saw Silva in that game in Saginaw, so looks like we may see him today as it's only the top of the 5th inning here. So the 2-2 is swung right through by Nathan Dill, and a big strikeout there for Danny Maddox. Gets the second out of the inning. Runners on first and second. That'll bring up Brendan Alice with 2 outs. He's 1 for 1. He walked in the second, stranded at second base in that inning, but his double in the 4th.
Yeah, they've been unsuccessful against Alice so far in the game as they missed this first pitch low and away. But yeah, they 1 for 1 in a walk. They've really got to challenge this guy and try and keep this runner where he's at against, so far in this game, the most dangerous hitter for the Lincoln County Settlers.
He came around to score last inning. He was the game-tying run, and he'll see a hitter's count here as it's 2-0 to him. We saw him in a full count last inning, just shoot one to the gap in right center. He was able to get to second base as they did not send Dill home on that play, but he was eventually hosed at the plate as Alice swings right through that one, and it's a 2-1 count now. Tried to take advantage of the 2-0 there, but Maddox with the good pitch. He's set, and the 2-1 will miss low. Be important for Maddox not to load up the bases here. But the 8-9 hitters would be upcoming if we see any more, and Maddox definitely has to think he can go right after him as the 3-1 skied up in the air. Shallow right field. 3 players converge. Looks like Chandler Miller will call everyone off and make the play. So third out of the inning is a pop out that strands a couple men on. And we'll pick this one back up in the bottom of the 5th inning. Still tied 2-2. We'll see if the Joes can take the lead here on your Hamilton Joes Network.
M&G Body Shop is your one-stop shop for car repair. Woman-owned and family-operated collision repair center. They can be reached at 513-851-9056 or can be found online at mgbody.com. A proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Fort Hamilton Hospital is a full-service community hospital who continues to lead the way to better health in the Butler County area, serving patients from Fairfield, Oxford, Cincinnati, and Middletown. Fort Hamilton Hospital combines modern technology, highly skilled physicians with a friendly, caring staff. Their offerings include maternity, emergency, the most advanced wound healing in Butler County, and a range of outpatient services. For care you can count on, visit Fort Hamilton Hospital, located at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton.
At Smoothie King, we believe the best ingredients come from nature. That's why we keep adding more whole fruits and vegetables to our smoothies to help you get more out of every sip. At Smoothie King, we've added real whole raspberries bursting with fresh, crisp flavor, just in time for summer. Try an angel food raspberry or Greek yogurt raspberry smoothie for a limited time only. Enjoy whole raspberries at any of the 8 Cincinnati area Smoothie King locations. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose. Proud partner of the Hamilton Joes.
We're back here at Foundation Field as the Joes will try to break this tie at 2-2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. We've seen Oscar Carvajal with back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. Second inning he had a hit by pitch, but other than that has been clean since the Griffin Dorsing home run. And Michael Hall will be the one to try to get it started for the Joes as he grounded out to the shortstop in his first at-bat. But he will look to change his luck here as Carvajal is still out of the stretch. As the first pitch of the inning will be in there for a strike. Carvajal doing a good job of getting ahead of hitters since the first inning, where the Joes saw the only 2 runs they've had so far in the game. That one's fouled off and out of play by Michael Hall, the catcher, and it's 0-2 now. Carvajal with just 1 strikeout, though, and it was the last batter of the game, Justin McConnell. As that 0-2 pitch misses, and Michael Hall will still be alive here. It's 1-2. Carvajal steps up on the rubber to get his sign from K.O. Baker. Hall waiting. The 1-2 pitch is upcoming, and that one will hit the outside corner, says Brian Schoenherr. As Carvajal gets a couple outside corner calls there, and Michael Hall sat down on strikes to lead off this inning.
You know, Carvajal earned that strikeout really by having the command of the zone that he's had throughout the game tonight. That pitch obviously looked like it was a little bit off the outside corner from our angle, but, you know, the umpires will start to extend the zone if they can tell that you kind of have that command, or at least over your fastball throughout the game.
Yeah, and that's where you get the old adage of the Greg Maddux zone. You know, Greg Maddux for years never had a very low walk rate, and 4 consecutive Cy Young winner, really dominated the early to mid-90s, and they just actually fantasized the zone that he got amongst pitchers, or amongst umpires throughout the league. Just said his zone was 3 inches bigger than every other pitcher in the league.
Yeah, and you can really see how it's helping Carvajal as he's retired 11 of the last 12 hitters, and now he's starting to get some of those outside corner calls as he has Addison Coffey behind 0-2. As before Justin McConnell ended last inning, Carvajal had no strikeouts, and he struck out the last 2 hitters, and now he has Addison Coffey in a 1-2 hole. He had Addison Coffey down 1-2 in Coffey's first at-bat, where he was hit by a pitch, but he fouls that one out of play, and he'll still have that 1-2 count. We saw Coffey battle in his last at-bat before reaching base, and certainly doing it here as he'll see another 1-2 pitch from Carvajal. So the 1-2, we'll see Addison Coffey check swing but not hold up, and they'll throw it down to first as Coffey walks back to the dugout. As if that would have been overthrown, they probably, the right fielder could have got it and still gotten him. As that's now 3 straight strikeouts for Carvajal, and he's cruising since the home run to Dorsey.
Yeah, definitely seems to have found his groove out there and throwing pitches and being aggressive against these Joes hitters, and they just don't really seem to have an answer for it since the home run and back in the first, as you mentioned, Zach.
I mean, yeah, isn't baseball just beautiful? I mean, Carvajal gave up 3 hits to the first 4 batters of the game, one being a home run, which scored 2 runs. That's the only 2 runs they scored. And since then, he's nestled himself, found himself comfortably out there on the mound, and he's just been carving up these Hamilton Joes hitters ever since.
Yeah, he threw a first pitch ball to Chris Hamilton, then he singled, then first pitch to Dorshing, and he homered. So there's really been only 2 or 3 pitches that Carvajal has really missed on, but the Joes made it count, as it's 2-2 still here, as there are now 2 outs. And Jared Kaufman, the 9-hole DH in tonight, has a 1-1 count. He grounded out in his first at bat. See what he can do here, as he got a piece of that one, but it is foul, and it's 1-2. Kaufman will look to be the first base runner since Addison Coffey was hit in the second. Other than that, Chris Hamilton got on base in the first. He was brought around by Dorshing's home run, and Trey Compton singled at the first batter of the game, but was retired on the double play. So the Joes haven't had too many base runners, as that one's chopped over to shortstop. Sobasek will make the throw over to first base. Roberts with a splits again, and he retires him there. So quick 3 up, 3 down for the 3rd consecutive innings against the Joes, and it's still 2-2. We'll pick this one back up in the 6th inning with AJ Schraffenberger on the call. We'll be right back on your Hamilton Joes Network.
Hamilton Joes Baseball is brought to you by Triangle Sign Company, a sign of quality since 1921. If your current signage isn't giving you the visibility to attract interest and assist in getting people in your door, then it's time for a custom sign solution from Triangle Sign Company. Whether you're a big or small business, school, or organization, they will design and build a sign that is just right for you. Offering their support for the Hamilton Joes, we thank Triangle Sign Company for their continued support.
Though founded in 2015, Aspen Roofing and Siding has firmly planted its name within the tri-state community. A step above the rest is not just a slogan, but a way of life. They exist to protect and enhance your home, which is your most valuable investment. By giving back to the community, they invest directly into relationships with their existing and future customers. For more information, visit them online at aspencincy.com.
In its 70th year of operation, All Wealth Federal Credit Union is proud to partner with Hamilton's hometown baseball team. All Wealth is Hamilton's only homegrown credit union, ready to assist with all of your financial needs. Their friendly staff are here to help the residents of Hamilton and Butler County live the American dream. Visit allwealth.org today and see how you can hit a financial home run with All Wealth.
The Great Miami Valley YMCA is a 127-year-old organization serving nearly 50,000 people throughout 8 locations located in and around Hamilton, Fairfield, and Middletown. Their mission is to put Christian principles into practice through programs that build healthy spirit, mind, and body for all. For more information, please visit gmvymca.org.
Jack Silva takes things over for the Joes here in the top of the 6th inning. So Danny Maddock does a great job of getting the Joes out of trouble back in the 4th inning, completes a scoreless 5th inning to boot, and that will hand things off to Jack Silva, the left-hander, here in the 6th inning, as his first pitch will be in there for strike 1 against Jackson Curb, 8-hole hitter for the Settlers tonight. No ball, 1 strike pitch. This one also catches the outside corner. So quickly ahead, 0-2 is Jack Silva. 7 appearances. This will be the 8th time we've seen Jack Silva. 13 and a third innings pitched, and 15 hits surrendered, 5 runs, all of them being earned for the Joes left-hander as the 0-2 pitch misses up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, and in his 7 appearances, he has 14 innings, so we usually see Jack Silva go multiple innings. We've seen him go a couple of deeper outings than usual, as in that long game in Ohio he went a couple innings.
This one lifted out to center field by the second baseman Jackson Kerr, but under it in plenty of time is Sean McGeehan out there in center field. So a good pitch there from Silva will get his first out of the inning here in the 6th. So F8 if you're keeping score at home. That'll bring us to the 9-hole hitter, center fielder Turner Hill. We'll stride up to the left-handed batter's box, lefty-lefty matchup here. And Silva falls behind 1-0.
Yeah, and I've seen Silva's type game happen with a few pitchers. Dante DeAndrea up there at Bluffton, he's got this something about him that when the pitchers get in the box, they just think they're going to, when the batters get in the box, they just go up there and thinking that they're going to kill him. Like, throws soft, he doesn't have really sharp stuff. You just go up there like, dude, I'm going to murder this pitcher. And then you get in the box, and he locates well. He gets you to get these easy pop-ups, easy ground outs. And you're just wondering when you go back to the dugout, what happened? And it happens all the time. I've seen it happen timeless again with Jack Silva and with Dante DeAndrea back at Bluffton.
So 2 balls and no strikes now on the center fielder Hill. Silva will get a breaking ball in there now on the outside corner.
That was actually AJ's pitching approach. He fooled you. He hustled you out there.
That was my MO. Keeping them off balance was the only thing that kept me out of the ER. Not throwing as hard as a lot of the other guys as this one lifted out to center field by Hill. It's going to get down in front of the center fielder McGeehan. So the Settlers will have their first hit here in the 6th inning and a base runner with 1 out.
Gets a base hit just like someone in this press box got against AJ a few years ago.
×2 indeed.
2 things you can guarantee on a broadcast from this group of 3. It's air talk and me bragging to AJ. I will go to AJ's funeral, and I will go up there and talk in front of his friends and family, and I'll tell them the story.
Always finds a way to slip it in there.
much to AJ's chagrin.
Casually or not so casually.
It's never casually.
Kaz Sabazic quickly in an 0-2 hole now against the left-hander Jack Silva. Sabazic 0 for 2 on the day. Did walk and score a run back in the 1st inning, but since then popped out, I should say, to the third baseman Addison Coffey and struck out swinging in his prior at-bat in the 4th inning. O2 pitch lifted out towards center field. McGeehan giving chase to shallow center, and he'll be able to make the catch for the 2nd out of the inning.
In all 3 batters, we've seen 2 flyouts to center field and a single to center field, so all 3 of the balls hit kind of the same. Good wood on them, but good job, Jack Silva. We don't see him strike out a whole lot of people, so he pitches to contact and he gets his outs, and we're seeing it here with 2 outs now.
So Sam Wilson now will step in, the left fielder here in Game 2 of the series against the Licking County Settlers. 1 for 3 on the evening thus far. As the runner, Hill, will be moving on the pitch, a breaking ball. Not going to give catcher Michael Hall a chance to throw out Hill on the pitch, so that's going to be a stolen base for Hill and a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, that's incredibly frustrating as a catcher. You see that out of the corner of your eye, and you can't see the runner until he's a third way down to second base, but when he's already a third way down to second base and the pitcher hasn't even really brought down his leg from his kick, it's incredibly frustrating because you just got to let that one go.
So Silva will look to let that one go indeed. 2nd stolen base of the game for Turner Hill. Speedy center fielder for the Settlers. 2 balls and no strikes now to Sam Wilson after the breaking ball misses in the turf from Silva. 2-0 pitch. Another breaking ball. Looking to find the handle but cannot do so. That will bring the count to 3 balls and no strikes.
Where are we going?
3-0 now As this one's taken out to left field, this one's going to get down in front of the left fielder, Trey Compton. They will not have a play at home as Speedy Turner Hill will make his way home, but a good job by Compton to keep Wilson over at first base. And just like that, the Licking County Settlers will take a 3-2 lead here in the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, and that's where holding on the runners is absolutely important. You get the first out of the inning and an easy pop-up, and then you give a single up, whatever. And then you get the next out, 2 outs, runner on first base. You got to know the guy's going home, going to try and steal, and you give him second base without really any chance to give Colin Holman or your defense a chance to get him out. And just like that, you put the pressure on yourself to keep the lead where it's at, and you give it up just like that.
Yep, and the Joes give up a free base, and then the base hit will score Hill. And now after a favorable first pitch strike call from home plate umpire Brian Schoener, Jack Silva ahead in the count, no balls and a strike. Looking to close out this 6th inning with just the 1 run scored for the Settlers. A 1 pitch is going to get by the catcher Michael Hall, so the wild pitch will allow Sam Wilson to make his way to second base. Another runner in scoring position here with 2 outs in the 6th.
And we're right here again, just same situation, gives up a runner on first base, and a silly, useless pitch or job by Jack Silva puts a runner in scoring position, and he's not helping himself out by any stretch of the means, as he's got to get the 3-hole out Pimentel with 2 outs and a runner on second base.
Falling behind 2-1 now on Pimentel is pitcher Jack Silva. Pimentel 0 for 2 on the game, did walk back in the first inning, but a pair of flyouts to right field and center respectively in his previous 2 at-bats. This one hit on the ground towards the shortstop McConnell. He'll reach on and fire over to Griffin Dorshing over there at first base, and that will retire the side for the Settlers here in the 6th, but not before they add on an extra run to take a lead 3-2. So the Joes will look to get back in this one when we return here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Camera Security Now sells and installs surveillance and access control systems for businesses nationwide. Their turnkey systems provide an excellent management control tool, going far beyond the obvious benefits of safety and security. Camera Security Now can handle your largest surveillance projects while still providing easy-to-reach personal service. With their upfront pricing, itemized quotes, and live remote access with no monthly fees, you can rest assured your surveillance needs are in capable hands with CameraSecurityNow.com. At 4-Star Mechanical, they are dedicated to you and all of your different HVAC needs that you have as an owner or building engineer. They have been serving the commercial and industrial construction community for over 20 years and continue to strive for past, present, and future complete customer satisfaction. For more information, visit them on the web at 4starmechanical.com. The Hamilton Joes are proud to partner with Queen City Hospice. Queen City Hospice is a locally and independently owned and operated company that is dedicated to providing patient-centered care and support to residents of the greater Cincinnati area in whatever place they call home. Whether they live in a private residence, an assisted living community, or a nursing home, our well-trained and experienced team members will go to the patient's location to provide personalized assistance and care. For more information, visit Queen City Hospice.
The top of the lineup will return for the Joes here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Running out of swings of the bat against pitcher Oscar Carvajal, who's settled in after a first inning home run by Griffin Dorshing, scored the only 2 runs of the game for the Joes. The rare Joe that's been able to get ahead in the count here, 1 ball and no strikes now. Trey Compton looking to lead things off for the Joes. As he swings and hits this one out into left field, it's going to get down in front of the left fielder Wilson. So a great job of leading off the inning by Trey Compton right there, and the Joes looking to be in business here.
Yeah, and there's Trey Compton, and in the moniker that we've given him, the table setter, he's the housewife. Ah, man, that sounds pretty sexist. But Trey Compton just setting up this lineup to produce some runs right now as Chandler Miller's coming up to the plate. Run on first base, no one out, and Trey Compton, an adept base stealer.
So Chandler Miller, we'll see if he'll be asked to bunt. He's swinging vigorously on the first pitch there, but fouls it off over the Licking County Settlers dugout.
Yeah, and we saw Chandler Miller square around and try to bunt a couple times, try to sack him over. He ended up grounding into a double play in the first inning, so it'll be interesting to see with the first base runner since the second inning for the Joes what they do.
Trey Compton with a bouncing lead over there at first base, looking to time up the pitcher Carvajal, so Oscar will fire a quick one over there, not in time. Great play over there by the first baseman Roberts to keep that one from going down the fence, down the first baseline. We'll see if Compton will be on the move, but another check over there from Carvajal might have him thinking twice here.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Carvajal does here in the bottom of the sixth inning. He's been cruising and put up 4 consecutive straight zeros, leadoff single, and Trey Compton moving there. You're wondering how he's going to affect now that they're in this, what's the patented rule he used? The rule of thirds, as Carvajal is facing his third time through the order.
2 batters into the third time of the order here. The Joes seem to have something cooking early on here in this inning, but a lot of work still left to be done. Trey Compton was moving on the last pitch, as we mentioned, but the 0-2 pitch swung on a miss there from Chandler Miller, so not able to get the job done getting the runner over is Miller. He'll move to 0 for 3 on the evening, I should say. And with 1 out, that'll bring up Chris Hamilton, the right fielder. Hamilton 1 for 2 on the night, singled and scored on Griffin Dorsching's home run in the first, and then flew out to center in his most recent at-bat in the third inning. Fastball misses up and away there from Carvajal. Hamilton ahead of the count. 1 ball and no strikes. Manager Adam Grissom running through his signs down there in the third base coach's box. I've got a sneaky suspicion that Compton will be running on the pitch. I was wrong, however. And evening up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike is Carvajal.
No, you were right into thinking that Trey Compton would run, as this is actually the perfect time for Trey Compton. Down 1 run, a speedy runner on first base, 1 out. You want to get a runner on second base with your best part of the lineup up.
Fastball misses just outside there. Compton not moving on the pitch once again.
But you want to wait for a time in which you think maybe an off speed would happen, as even with the 1 strike, you really can't hope for it at this point. You just kind of guess. 2-1 is certainly not an off speed situation, but it is a good running and hitting situation.
2-1 pitch. Compton stays put. Hamilton able to check his swing in time, says the base umpire Justin Penix. So that'll move the count to 3 balls and 1 strike.
And I think 3-1's another good opportunity to steal, as if you get a good fastball in the zone, Chris Hamilton's going to swing at it, and you got Trey Compton on the move. And if it misses, it's a walk, so it doesn't even matter. But if it's an off-speed, you steal second base with ease.
Not moving on the pitch. This one lifted out to left field. Left fielder Wilson will be camped under this one. So the Joes, after getting a leadoff base hit from Trey Compton, struggling to get him moving on the base paths, and now 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, and with Dorsching, you got to ask yourself, do you want to put a runner on second base? And Dorsching definitely has the opportunity, the ability to put a ball in the gap, and Trey Compton can score with ease, and even he has both RBIs that the Joes have produced today. He's definitely got the ability to get runners in. It's just a chance of, do you want to put this runner on second base and risk him possibly getting out, even though it is probably more cohesive to the situation.
Yeah, definitely with undoubtedly your best extra base hitter at the plate, you definitely don't want to be taking a bat out of that guy's hand, making silly
with the runner on
movement.
base, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. You want, if in your opinion as a coach, you already have a runner in scoring position in this circumstance with the extra base hit power that Griffin Dorsching has.
Yeah, Dorsching doesn't hit a whole lot of singles, that's for sure. I mean, though actually that's mistaken. He does hit singles, but he hits home runs and he puts the ball to the fence, and those are still singles.
A check to appeal there. Griffin Dorsching able to check his swing just in time, bringing the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Joes' first baseman. 1 for 2 on the evening. Joe's looking for a little more production out of him tonight. He's going to foul this one off. Good job fighting that pitch off there. Jared Coffin pulling double duty, running out the umpire some fresh baseballs, replenishing his supply. 1-2 pitch oncoming to Griffin Dorshing. Watches that one bounce in the left-handed batter's box.
And don't be surprised here on 2-2 if they don't give Griffin Dorshing another pitch to hit. I don't think they're going to challenge him by any stretch of the mean. They're going to give him another breaking pitch or another fastball way out of the zone. It's not going to be a competitive pitch here. I would hope not, at least.
2-2 pitch is a fastball that will catch the top part of the zone.
I was wrong.
So the throw down to second base is irrelevant. Trey Compton moving on the pitch, but nevertheless, strike 3 is recorded by Oscar Carvajal. So we will head into the top of the 7th inning. The perfecter of play-by-play, Reid Maus, will have the call for you in the 7th inning. The Joes trail 3-2, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Superior Computer Services approaches your IT support differently by seeking to prevent problems with your IT environment, not profiting off of solving them. If you want to feel like you have your own IT department without the outrageous cost, visit 513fixmypc.com. Superior Computer Services, defining excellence in computer and network solutions. M&G Body Shop is a woman-owned, family-operated collision repair center with an honest and dependable staff that has over 45 years of experience, bringing cars back to life or pre-accident condition. They've been in business in Hamilton for over 18 years and focus on mostly body repairs, from minor dents and repairs to major body work and insurance repairs due to an accident. Next time you have car repairs you need done, visit M&G Body Shop in Hamilton.
Richard's Pizza is one of Hamilton, Ohio's most favorite spots, bringing you Richard's famous steak sandwiches since 1955, and a proud supporter of your hometown Hamilton Joes. Whether it's pizzas, salads, pastas, or a little bit of fudge for dessert, Richard's Pizza has it all for you and your family.
And we are back here, Hamilton Joes fans. I'm Reid Maus, joined along here with AJ Schraffenberger and Zach Verdea, as we are here in the top of the 7th inning. This is the last inning that you will get to listen to my lovely voice on play-by-play, as Garrett Roberts grounds one over to Addison Coffee, and that's going to be an easy 5-3 putout to start the top of the 7th, as Jack Silva gets an easy 1 pitch, 1 out, as Cale Baker is going to come up to the plate. The Joes find themselves in a low-scoring affair. We haven't seen that much of the Joes. They've been able to take 6 out of the last 7 ball games, and in most of those games, they've been able to score a lot of crooked numbers up on the board. But today they've only been able to score 2. We've seen time and time again that low-scoring affairs don't favor the Joes, as the first pitch misses, low and in. 1-0 our count to the catcher, Cale Baker.
Yeah, and last night we saw the Joes draw 5 walks, get hit by 3 pitches, so they were all around the base pass, and they were able to drive some runs in. We just haven't got that kind of production today.
As the 1-0 pitch misses to Cale Baker, 2-0. We're here on the 242nd birthday of the United States of America, as this 2-0 pitch is going to be fouled over the first base dugout. Hamilton, the city of Hamilton, will be permitting fireworks here on the banks of the Great Miami near downtown after the game. If you make it out to the game late, I know it's already pretty late, but if you want to come on out, you can actually watch the fireworks from the field. We'll allow people on the field. We'll sell beer to the end of the game, as this pitch is going to be lined into center field for a base knock. Sean McGeehan's not going to get to it, as that will be a 1-out base runner to Cale Baker, as Nathan Dill comes up to the plate, who is 1 for 3 on the day. He is 1 for 3 with a single, a strikeout, and a flyout in the infield. But yeah, if you're in Hamilton listening to this game, please coming out. We got cheap beer, 16 ounces. Miller Coors is our sponsor. Got a good fireworks show here right down the road from downtown Hamilton. St. Joseph Consolidated Church. You can actually see in the broadcast, as the first pitch is going to be in there for a called strike to Nathan Dill, the designated hitter today. I've actually heard that the steeple of St. Joseph's Consolidated Church is the tallest man-made point in Hamilton, unless you account for Mount Rumpke, as the 0-1 pitch is going to be in there for a strike. Mount Rumpke is the landfill out there near Ross. So not the most luxurious stat of Hamilton. As we got an 0-2 count here to Nathan Dill. Runner on first base, and that pitch is going to miss in the dirt, in the turf. 1-2 our count. That's our, what do we call that, a rubber burner, a tire squealer.
And with a 1-2 count, love to see Jack Silva go after Nathan Dill here, because he is the beer batter.
You, Zach. Man, death, taxes, liberty, and Zach talking about the beer batters. This 1-2 pitch is going to miss up and in, 2-2 the count. Zach loves the beer batter, as if he does strike out, there actually be dollar off beers, as AJ is shaking his head to the left of us, as he is just in awe of what this broadcast has become tonight. As the 2-2 pitch is going to miss, up, full count here to Nathan Dill. You're even wrong, Zach. It's not even Nathan Dill's the beer batter. It's Kaz Zobiak. As here comes the full count pitch. It's going to be fouled over the grandstand here at Foundation Field. So we'll kick back on the rubber and we'll do it all again.
Saw a strikeout in his last at-bat. Got a little excited there. But can't wait for Kaz Sobasek to come back up.
We know, Zach. Trust me. We know. Now Silva takes back on the rubber and getting the sign from Michael Hall. He kicks and delivers, and this pitch is going to be fouled back over. So you know what? I said it a minute ago. We'll kick back and do it again here as Jack Silva's going to get back on the rubber. And, man, 242. We are only 3,000 and some change away from conquering the Egyptian Empire for one of the longest empires. And we're not really an empire, but we are a world power. As this pitch is going to be fouled over the grandstand. Speaking of just America, have you guys ever seen Gangs of New York? Martin Scorsese film?
Can't say that I have.
My gosh, that's a fantastic film. Daniel Day-Lewis, Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio. The funny part is the political party in which Daniel Day-Lewis is in that is called the Native Americans, which is very different than what he actually is, as this pitch is going to be a walk, as with one out, there's going to be runners on first and second and one out. As Brandon Alice coming up to the plate. Brandon Alice, 1 for 2 on the day, flew out in the infield, has a single, and he's walked as they are scrambling. Colin Holman's running down to the bullpen to get someone loose, as this Joe's team only has 2 catchers, so that's got to be rather annoying, as Michael Hall's going to take this first pitch from Jack Silva, go out and talk to the southpaw. Just say, hey, get on top of your pitches, because that's where he's really been missing. He's been rushing to the plate. You know it as a southpaw. You've known it as a pitcher. He's not letting his arm catch up, as they say. He's really just rushing his body to the plate.
Yeah, quick with the body and slow with the arm is a recipe to miss a lot of pitches upstairs. What we've seen a lot from Silva tonight, and obviously sometimes overcompensating.
Yeah, there's definitely no overcompensation.
Exactly.
And that's just overcompensation just comes from a factor of not enough confidence out there on the mound, because we got 2-0. Joe's down 1 run, 1 out, and as this pitch misses in the turf, I imagine this will be the last hitter if he gets on, Brandon Alice, as they are rushing to get a right-hander loose down there. Can't see who it is from down here. It is a little shady. They got some overhang, got some foliage, as this pitch is going to be a 4-pitch walk to Brandon Alice. So the base is loaded. I'd at least imagine pitching coach Ryan Zeals to come out and talk to him. We'll see what the Joes do from the bullpen. Would be incredibly surprised to see no action at all after the back-to-back free passes, as here comes Adam Grisham out to the mound. I'd imagine he talked to Jack Silva a few seconds, let the right-hander, whoever the mystery right-hander is down there, let him get a few more pitches, as They are in the hot motion. Actually, Aston having even set Colin Holman down to throw a few pitches.
Yeah, and you see, looking down into the bullpen, sorry, Reid, but you see the catcher, Colin Holman, is not even down into his stance yet. So you can't imagine that Adam Grissom would be forcing his pitcher out in this kind of circumstance unless he's going to wait until the umpire makes his way all the way out there, which he is on his way to do now, but no signal given yet. It's just kind of tough on a pitcher to be thrust into a game when you don't even get a chance to throw to a catcher in the correct position.
Yeah, showing her is no novice to this whole umpiring game, as he doesn't give Grisham a whole lot of time to talk to Silva. He knows what's going on out there. Gives him say a few words. They let the right-hander throw a few more pitches, but we're going to have a new pitcher to tell you about when we come back. I'm Reid Maus, joined along here with AJ Schraffenberger and Zach Verdea. The Joes are down 3-2 here in the top of the second. Base loaded, 1 out. Stay tuned as you're listening to your Hamilton Joes Network.
Pate Appliance Services have given you 61 years of phenomenal service for any appliance that you need. With flexible scheduling, automated reminders, state-of-the-art service, and an A-plus customer satisfaction rating from the Better Business Bureau, Pate Appliance Services is there for you. They can be reached at 513-863-4700 or found online at pateappliance.com.
The Hamilton Joes are proud to partner with Planet Fitness, home of the Judgment Free Zone. You can experience the Judgment Free Zone by joining for only $10 a month. You can join in any of the 13 Cincinnati area Planet Fitness locations or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, the world judges, we don't.
Your AAA store has moved to a new location in Hamilton. 2870 Menards Boulevard in Fairfield Township is your new home for all your travel, insurance, and attraction ticket needs. AAA has great member deals on everything you need for a great vacation. Visit AAA today in Fairfield Township to join America's largest motor club organization or online at AAA.com. At Smoothie King, we believe the best ingredients come from nature. That's why we keep adding more whole fruits and vegetables to our smoothies to help you get more out of every sip. At Smoothie King, we've added real whole raspberries bursting with fresh, crisp flavor, just in time for summer. Try an angel food raspberry or Greek yogurt raspberry smoothie for a limited time only. Enjoy whole raspberries at any of the 8 Cincinnati area Smoothie King locations. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose. Proud partner of the Hamilton Joes.
Bridgewater Falls is proud to continue its sponsorship of the Hamilton Joes. Bridgewater Falls offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Best Buy, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations. From burgers to pizza to sushi, experience all of the flavors Bridgewater Falls has to offer.
And we are back. Hamilton Joes fans, as Grant Williams is going to take them out. Last time we saw him, we actually, no eyes in his press box, saw him as he faced off against the Galleon Graders last week. But the time before that, we saw him against the Cincinnati Steam. So we haven't seen him in quite some time as he falls behind to Jackson Curb. 1-0 the count. Curb on the day. He is 0 for 3. He got on via the fielder's choice as the 1-0 pitch is going to be fouled straight back. 1-1 our count to the second baseman, Jackson Curb. As we are fighting off a lot of firework atmosphere as everyone went into Indiana and bought themselves some fireworks. Actually, you can buy fireworks in Cincinnati, in Ohio now. You can buy them. You can't light them off in Ohio.
Have to promise to take them elsewhere. So
have to promise to take them out of state and fire them off in 48 hours.
Pinky promise.
As this pitch is going to pop up shallow, as that probably will not get the job done. It's actually going to be an infield fly rule, as the base umpire Justin Penix is going to call that at its apex. That'll be the second out of the inning as Grant Williams does his job at getting Jackson Curb to make an easy pop-up. As that'll be an F4 to get the second out of the inning as Turner Hill comes up to play, and Turner Hill has been deadly today.
Big out for the Joes right there, as you mentioned, Reid. Getting that second out of the inning in a pop-out fashion, not allowing a run to score. And when you're down by 1 run and you've been struggling to hit the ball as the Joes have tonight outside of the first inning, you definitely want to keep it within a manageable distance.
So Turner Hill comes up to the plate, 2 for 2 and a walk, so not the right guy to come up in this situation, but they do have 2 outs as the first pitch misses. Up and away, 1-0 count.
Yeah, and we saw the Settlers not get too many hits yesterday, but Turner Hill was one of them. He went 1 for 3. Just continued with the 2 for 2 day today. So with bases loaded and 2 outs, you're going to have to go after him anyway, but especially important with Turner Hill up.
So falling behind 2-0 as they got to really just challenge Turner Hill. They absolutely cannot give a free pass to the 9-hole that allows them to run even regardless if he's 2 for 2. As this pitch is going to be grounded foul. So we'll do 2-1 as the first base coach has a little patriotic spirit in the back, his back hip. And just talking about America here, a lot of people are Puerto Rico actually passed a bill to start filing for statehood this past year. And, man, wouldn't that just throw off the stars in the flag? I'm all for Puerto Rico joining the states, but we got to get another one just to make it even as the 2-1 pitch is going to be fouled straight back.
Or take one away. Combine the 2 Dakotas.
Montana, you're right.
No, combine the 2 Dakotas into one unified Dakota.
Just keep it.
We're back in 50.
You know what's funny is if you combine the 2 Dakotas, it'd still probably be a 48th most populated state.
I would agree.
Because here comes the 2-2 pitch to Turner Hill as this pitch is going to be grounded over to the first baseman, Griffin Dorshing, as Grant Williams does his job on the 3 unassisted. He comes in to relieve Jack Silva with the bases loaded and 1 out and gets an easy pop out and an easy ground out as the Joes are looking to tie up this lead in the bottom of the 7th inning. Stay tuned as you're listening to your Hamilton Joes Network.
The Hamilton Joes play ball on the banks of the Miami River, but the Great Miami Crew Rowing Squad is happy to sponsor the Hamilton Joes during the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League baseball season.
Proud Hamilton Joes sponsor Miller Coors wants to remind you, whether you're watching the Joes at Foundation Field or catching the game on YouTube, to never compromise on taste. Reach for a Miller Lite, the light beer that's always brewed for more taste with only 96 calories and brewed right here in Ohio. Miller Lite, hold true.
The Hamilton Joes are proud to partner with Queen City Hospice. Queen City Hospice is a locally and independently owned and operated company that is dedicated to providing patient-centered care and support to residents of the greater Cincinnati area in whatever place they call home. Whether they live in a private residence, an assisted living community, or a nursing home, our well-trained and experienced team members will go to the patient's location to provide personalized assistance and care. For more information, visit queencityhospice.com.
The Fitton Center for Creative Arts kicks off its 25th anniversary celebrations with its annual season launch party on Friday, August 17th from 5 to 11 p.m. The season launch is a free community event with all parts of the Fitton Center open to the public, including galleries, classrooms, studios, as well as performance and event spaces. Enjoy light appetizers and a cash bar, while the 10-piece River City Party Band will perform on the Riverview Terrace. For more information, visit fittoncenter.org or like the Fitton Center on Facebook.
Camera Security Now sells and installs surveillance and access control systems for businesses nationwide. Their turnkey systems provide an excellent management control tool, going far beyond the obvious benefits of safety and security. Camera Security Now can handle your largest surveillance projects while still providing easy-to-reach personal service. With their upfront pricing, itemized quotes, and live remote access with no monthly fees, you can rest assured your surveillance needs are in capable hands with CameraSecurityNow.com.
And we are back here, Hamilton Joes fans. Spencer Berg's going to take the hill. He actually hails. He does his studying at Baldwin Wallace University. And, man, I've got a story about Baldwin Wallace. As I have a story about most D3 schools, Baldwin Wallace, we played them this year in Florida. And Baldwin Wallace is constantly at the top 25 ranked team. And Bluffton's constantly, if we could be, we'd probably be ranked in the bottom 25. Not seriously, but kind of. As we faced them, and we gave up about 12 runs in the first 3 innings. We gave up about 5 home runs in those first 3 innings. And somehow, some way, we battled all the way back. And in the 9th inning, we were tied at 19-19. And they put in a relief pitcher. We had the bases loaded with no one out. The relief pitcher got a double play and a pop out. And he was like a second baseman as the first pitch to Sean McGinn is fouled and rocketed down the left field line. But yeah, they put in actually I think it was their second baseman in the pitch, and he got a double play and a strikeout to get himself out of that situation. And then the bottom of the 9th inning, still only 9 innings we played, he rockets one over the left field wall, and they got their 6th home run in the game. And that was one of the most exciting games I ever played in college baseball. As now Sean McGinn finds himself 0 for 2, as I'm going to get myself out of memory lane, as the catcher for the Settlers sets up on the outside part of the plate, and McGinn fouls this one back over the plate. You guys want to know the crazy part about the game? I didn't even play.
Oh.
It was the second game in a doubleheader. Catchers normally don't play both games in a doubleheader. I didn't get to play. As this pitch will fall on its way down. I pinch hit, but I didn't start, is what I'm telling you. Here comes the 1-2, as there's actually some fireworks going on behind center field. And Sean McGinn rockets this one over the left field fence, as he's going to kiss and wave, as this ball is going to tie the game up at 3-3. As Sean McGinn, the native of Hamilton, New Jersey, sets Hamilton, Ohio ablaze, tying this game up at 3-3, as McGinn stays hot up at the plate. And now Justin McConnell will come up to the plate.
Yeah, McGinn blasted that one. It's his second homer of the year. We saw him crank one foul that had home run distance on it. Then he just sized that one up, and right when he hit it, the pitcher, Spencer Bird, knew it was gone right away.
So with Spencer Bird coming up to the plate and the Roman candle firing out behind the left field fence, you can actually probably see it firing out. Not too far behind center field as Justin McConnell lays a perfect bunt down. That's going to be a single for Justin McConnell. So runner on first base, no one out. And now coming to play is Michael Hall, as this is a perfect situation for the catcher to be hitting. Adam Grissom's actually looking into the dugout. Maybe he wants someone to hit for Addison Coffey there, who will be on deck. I can't think off the top of my head who would be at the top of that chart to hit, as Michael Hall, I'm sure, will be bunting here. But Sean McGinn sending one into orbit at the home stadium. First home run of the year. As he actually bunts and misses at this one. 0 our count as a snap throw over to first base. When I get Justin McConnell, you got to remind yourself at the plate, and it's such a simple thing to remind yourself of, is just let the ball hit the bat. You don't got to do anything special. You don't got to push. You don't got to be running out of the box, get on first base. They just want you to put the ball on the bat, put it in the fair territory. Is Michael Hall is unable to do it, and a snap throw down to second base will find Michael Hall down 0-2. And I can tell you that getting the sign, an 0-2 count here, getting the bunt sign, will make your huevos the smallest they can possibly be. As we got an 0-2 count here to Michael Hall, as he fouls this one over the first base dugout, and I hope that's acceptable here on the Hamilton Joes Network. We're not watched by the FCC. Plus, I use Spanish.
Exactly.
No one knows what we're talking about.
We'll throw them off.
Unless you've seen Major League 2, AJ Schraffenberger's favorite movie. Here comes the 0-2 count. And that's going to find Michael Hall, as that is an incredibly unproductive out, as I am not shy to diminish that at bat, as he missed 2 bunts that were over the heart of the plate. He should have gotten both of them. And then takes strike 3. So now Addison Coffey's coming up to the plate with a runner on first base.
Yeah, this might be the starting pitcher in me talking, but just got to think about Oscar Carvajal and how bad he must feel right now after the solo home run gave up his possibility of getting a win tonight.
And just like that, runner on second base, 1 out, as the stolen base will get Justin McConnell there. And you got to ask yourself why you didn't get there. And yeah, AJ, you're just a selfish baseball player. That's all it comes down to.
Must have been.
Just the selfish. As if it happened in everyday baseball, I'm sure the next thing we would argue about outside of hits and errors is win-losses, as those should just be abolished too. Those are just dadgum silly. As the pitch falls behind 0-2. It's actually the only stat that actually doesn't happen on the field. It is completed when one guy is off the field more often than not.
It's true. More often than not, it does happen that way.
And I would like you to name another stat that happens that way in any sport. As this pitch misses, making it 1-2. As if you guys can't tell, we've got a baseball progressive in Reid Maus and a baseball traditionalist in AJ Schraffenberger in your press box, which you guys can't hear us when we turn the mics off. But I'll tell you what, it's Justin McConnell's going to go on the 1-2, and he's going to slide into third base with ease. It's actually on the wild pitch. It really didn't make for a whole lot, but they'll give him the stolen base instead of the wild pitch as he's on third base, 1 out, 2-2 count as that pitch misses.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it looked like Cale Baker was just – he saw McConnell stealing, and he was
it really didn't matter.
So quick to try to throw that he just completely missed the ball, and it went all the way to the backstop.
It really wouldn't have mattered unless the ball kicked away. But, yeah, you guys can't hear what happens when the mic turns off, but me and AJ go button heads every inning. As here comes the 2-2, and it's actually going to just be flicked back to the pitcher, Spencer Berg. He's actually going to throw the first baseman off, and Justin McConnell makes a beautiful baseball play as Spencer Berg in adeptness to make a hard throw over to the first baseman. And actually, if Addison Coffey showed some hustle on that ball, he would have been safe at first base, as we actually see time and time again that Addison Coffey's hustle has been at the subject of our objectivity. But Justin McConnell's hustle is not, as after the slow throw from Spencer Berg over to first base, Justin McConnell scores and gives the Joes the lead here late in the bottom of the 7th inning with 2 outs, as none other than Jared Kaufman comes up to the plate.
Yeah, like you said, there was a chance that maybe Coffey could have beat that out. The throw pulled the first baseman off, but luckily there was hustle there by Justin McConnell, and he saw the throw, broke immediately, and slid in safely to home.
That's one of those plays when you see a pitcher make that kind of a throw over to first base, and you see obviously a guy.
Coffey.
Yeah, well, you see the guy.
He didn't hustle.
Yeah, he did hustle out of the box, and but the guy on third base. No, it is, and it's incredibly heads up from third base to be running on the throw like that. He saw the throw go up in the air like that, and it's just a great play. Heads up baseball, and the Joes will take a lead out of it.
Does Addison Coffey make it to first base if he hustles? Maybe. Probably not, honestly. But it's very unique to baseball that you can see a play like that where one guy can not hustle and affect it in one way, and then one guy be intrinsically hustling to actually that's not unique to baseball. That happens in a lot of sports where he can positively enhance your team's chances of winning just in one play of one person not hustling and one person incredibly hustling. As the count is 2-2. As this pitch is going to be fouled over the first base dugout. We'll do it again here at 2-2. And I hope we're not being too harsh to Addison Coffey, but we actually have been accused of being a little too harsh earlier at this time in the year, and I think it mostly comes towards me. But you got to call the game as it is. And Coffey, I think he could have been first base. But as I said, I think it was, I don't know who it was, but it was all's well that ends well, as that scoop by the first baseman off the 5-3 is going to lead to a runner on first base. And, guys.
Error.
You're saying error? And you know what? You're right. That's a bad throw on the third baseman. That's
about as easy as they come there.
Schraffenberger is confident as they always are. As after this inning commences, me and Schraffenberger will take off the mics and go 2 minutes in the boxing ring we have behind our headsets. So we have a runner on first base. 2 outs, and Trey Compton, the leadoff guy, up at the plate. Compton, he is 2 for 3 on the day, as he's a chance to make a little 2-out action against the D3er Spencer Berg, as the first pitch is going to be in there for a called strike. But you're right. No, AJ, I'm agreeing wholeheartedly. If by my definition, it's a play that should be an out. You didn't get the out.
Exactly.
Simple as that. You get too caught up in the details sometimes.
That's fair. I would agree with that.
Who gets the air called on them? But
sure.
It was an error. As we're gonna go 1-1. As Zach is actually our referee, he pulls us off when we're on the ropes. I'll tell you that it's normally me putting AJ on the ropes unless I'm rope-a-doping him and just bringing him my way. And I'm of course teasing AJ right now as it's a 2-1 count, as my cockiness I'm sure is very transparent on the base pass, as the snap throw from the catcher is close there over on first base, but Jared Kaufman gets back in time as he thought about stealing but couldn't pull the trigger. We'll do it again here. 2-1 our count, runner on first base, 2 outs. The Joes have a 4-3 lead as they have scored 2 in the bottom of the 7th, as it's the first runs since the bottom of the 1st.
You could tell Cale Baker really wanted that one. He's backpicked 4 or 5 times now, and that one was probably the closest one yet.
As the 3-1 pitch is going to miss upstairs to Trey Compton, as he's going to get on base for his 3rd time today, and as Chandler Miller comes up to plate, who actually has been very productive as a hitter recently, is actually struggling today as he's 0 for 3, and it looks like the Licking County Settlers are going to go to a new pitcher as the manager's not going to waste any time. He's going to go get the ball from Spencer Berg. Pittsburgh, by all stretches of the matter, did not do his job out there, the southpaw. So we're going to have a new arm to tell you about when we come back. Stay tuned as you're listening to your Hamilton Joes Network.
Fort Hamilton Hospital is a full-service community hospital who continues to lead the way to better health in the Butler County area, serving patients from Fairfield, Oxford, Cincinnati, and Middletown. Fort Hamilton Hospital combines modern technology, highly skilled physicians with a friendly, caring staff. Their offerings include maternity, emergency, the most advanced wound healing in Butler County, and a range of outpatient services. For care you can count on, visit Fort Hamilton Hospital, located at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton.
M&G Body Shop is a woman-owned, family-operated collision repair center with an honest and dependable staff that has over 45 years of experience, bringing cars back to life or pre-accident condition. They've been in business in Hamilton for over 18 years and focus on mostly body repairs, from minor dents and repairs to major body work and insurance repairs due to an accident. Next time you have car repairs you need done, visit M&G Body Shop in Hamilton.
Hamilton Eye Care Center has been in business on the west side of Hamilton for over 30 years. They see patients of all ages, from infants to seniors, and offer treatments and solutions for any kind of vision conditions. Visit Hamilton Eye Care Center across from Hamilton High School or call 513-894-1800 to schedule an appointment. Hamilton Eye Care, come see the difference. At TriHealth Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, they know that in Cincinnati, sports isn't just a way of life, it is life. That's why the Hamilton Joes trust TriHealth to train and care for their players. TriHealth aims to ensure you don't miss out on a single moment. They provide care Cincinnatians need to keep doing what they love. So get out there and keep cheering, keep playing, keep following your passion with TriHealth Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
And we are back here at Foundation Field here on the banks of the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Great Miami River, which actually starts in Indian Lake, Ohio, feeds all the way down to the Ohio River, which actually feeds the Mississippi River, which all the way goes down to the Gulf Coast. What about that? You can just ride a river here from Hamilton and go all the way down to the Gulf Coast. Next thing you know, you're down in Mexico. And it's just as simple as just getting a canoe and making it over a jillion dams, as people timelessly in Hamilton have found that being problematic. As Chandler Miller's going to come up against Gray Harmon, who goes to the Catholic school here in Cincinnati, our resident Catholic Division I school. Xavier University, the old Musketeers, known for their basketball program, but also have a pretty competitive baseball program, as they found themselves a new coach this year, as he falls behind 1-0 the count. AJ is actually a fan of the other Catholic school from this area, University of Dayton. As
Go Flyers.
We'll actually make the count 1-1 as our WWE type feud continues. Just adds another layer to it.
Hatfields and the McCoys.
Lords, Bluffton, Fenwick, Baden.
Yep.
Progressive baseball player versus traditionalist.
Yep.
Pitcher versus catcher. as here comes the 1-1, and now you can add Dayton Flyer versus Xavier Musketeer. As if you guys are from out of state, that's a pretty decent rivalry. Not as big as Xavier UC, but it's certainly up there. Probably more historic than Xavier UC. And we'll do it here at 2-1. As this pitch misses upstairs. And the reason it's not more as historic as Xavier UC is because UC used to stomp all over Xavier.
It's
and
true.
Dayton and Xavier were more comparable for the most part.
The rivalry's kind of fading now that they're not in the same conference.
Yeah, yeah.
Xavier moving out
Used
of
to
the
be in the A10.
Yep.
Which was heavily Catholic schools.
Yep.
As here comes the 3-1. And that pitch is going to be in there for a called strike against Chandler Miller, as Miller was looking to load the bases with Chris Hamilton coming up to the plate. So full count, runners on first and second. He puts one in the gap. That's 2 runs. As Chandler Miller's coming up to the plate, 0 for 3 on the day. Gray Harmon, the southpaw, up on the plate. The South Paul Harmon Institute of Throwing. Accepted reference, as here comes the 3-2, and that's going to be a walk. The old 2004?
You're in the ballpark.
2005, 2006 Justin Long movie.
Great movie.
It's actually
Jonah Hill.
Early
years.
There's 2.
Big Jonah.
There's actually 2 actors that made their coming out in that movie. One was Jonah Hill. He made the famous, and he was the chubby fat guy as he became to be known until he stretched apart. And then
suit.
Blake Lively was in that movie. Blake Lively, of course, married to Ryan Reynolds. As we come back to this baseball game here, never short to talk about pop culture here. We just let the conversation go wherever, as the first pitch to Chris Hamilton is strangely called on the outside corner, as I thought that pitch missed.
Yeah, we've seen home plate umpire Schroener call the outside corner for Carvajal, and now we're seeing it here as the first pitch to Hamilton snuck in there.
And that's a terrible play by the third baseman, as 2 runs will score on the Chris Hamilton play, as now that will be a 2 RBI situation unless you give it an error, which I'm going to give it an error. Call me Satan, as the home team and the 3-hole should get probably 2 RBIs there, but I just can't give it to him because that's a play that should be made. It was a short weakly, it wasn't strongly hit. It was a weakly hit ball towards the third baseman. The third baseman simply thought he was a matador out there and a bull coming his way and just waving the red flag and just said, "Olay," as I surely went way too far into that old baseball idiom. As now Griffin Dorsey coming up to the plate, 6-3 scorer for the Joes in the bottom of the 7th. As the third baseman, and AJ, what are you giving him there?
On the Olay?
Yeah.
You mean hit or error? I thought you meant score his Olay as you would score a matador, but I'm of the mindset that that's an error for sure.
Oh yeah, thank you, Zach.
Yeah, it was hit at him. He was in there in position to make the play, and his glove just was nowhere near the ball.
As Dorshing's gonna represent the 9th hitter to come up this inning, as Sean McGeehan actually led off this inning with a big fly, as Dorshing has one of his own, and I think I'm actually trickling over in your mind. I think I'm starting to persuade you guys as Dorshing takes a big Wisconsin hack at that one. 2-1 our count. I think I'm starting to get in your guys' head. 1-2 actually. We're seeing the count at 1-2. But I think I'm starting to persuade you guys.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but I think what we disagree on more are the details of the finer points of errors, as you mentioned before.
As this pitch is going to be lined into right center field, the right fielder is going to give chase, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning. But the Joes do score 4 runs. 1 on the Sean McGeehan big fly, and a couple more on the Chris Hamilton ball that was actually represented as an error. We're going to head to the top of the 8th inning, where Zach Verdea, the prime minister of play-by-play, will be on the call. I'm Reid Maus along with AJ Schraffenberger, and you're listening to your Hamilton Joes Network.
Pfefferly Tire and Auto Service has 3 convenient locations, servicing Hamilton, Fairfield, and all of Butler County. Pfefferly Tire and Auto Service is family-owned and operated, and have been in business since 1994. Whether it's a quick oil change you need or full-service auto repair, Pfefferly Tire and Auto is the place to go. They have 2 locations in downtown Fairfield and 1 on the west side of Hamilton. For more information, visit them at one of their 3 locations or visit pftire.com.
In its 70th year of operation, All Wealth Federal Credit Union is proud to partner with Hamilton's hometown baseball team. All Wealth is Hamilton's only homegrown credit union, ready to assist with all of your financial needs. Their friendly staff are here to help the residents of Hamilton and Butler County live the American dream. Visit allwealth.org today and see how you can hit a financial home run with All Wealth.
Customized vehicle and car wraps from Luxurious Wraps will have you zooming past your competition. From full-color wraps and window graphics to magnetics and vinyl lettering, Luxurious Wraps' team of professionals will work with you to determine the best and most cost-effective solution to turn your company vehicle into a high-impact advertisement. For more information, visit luxurious-wraps.com.
M&G Body Shop is your one-stop shop for car repair. Woman-owned and family-operated collision repair center. They can be reached at 513-851-9056.
And we're back here as the Joes got 4 in the bottom of the 7th and now lead this one 6-3. As Grant Williams still out there on the mound for the Joes. As Michael Hall will come out and go over a couple things before starting this inning, as Williams came in a bases-loaded jam last inning. With 1 out, was able to get a pop out to the second baseman, Chandler Miller, then a 3 unassisted to Griffin Dorsching. Got out of that jam as the Joes were trailing 3-2 after that, but a Sean McGeehan home run and a 3 more give the Joes the 6-3 lead, as now Grant Williams' first pitch will be sent out to center field by Kaz Sobasek, and that will land in front of Sean McGeehan for a leadoff single. So after allowing 4 runs to score in the bottom half of the last inning, the Settlers are coming right back, and that's a leadoff single to start the 8th.
Good piece of hitting there from Sabazic, taking that ball where it was pitched on the outside corner, throwing his hands at it and getting it out to center field. So the Joes will look to kind of shut this beginning of a rally down with having scored the 4 runs back in the bottom of the 7th inning, looking to hang a 0 here.
So after Sobasek's first hit of the 2 games of the series, Sam Wilson will be up and he'll take strike 1 here with nobody out. Settlers will have to get a couple men on as they now trail this game by 3 runs. As Grant Williams checks over at Sobasek at first base, comes set. The 0-1 on the outside corner for a strike, so after allowing the hit on the first pitch of the inning, Grant Williams coming right after him here, and he has him 0-2.
Yeah, and you're right. Grant Williams has to come right after the hitters right now. After giving the leadoff hitter, he's got 0-2, and he's got to desperately get this first out of the inning after getting a 3-run lead there in the bottom of the 7th.
And Sobasek's moving on the pitch, as that's yanked down the left field line and fouled by Sam Wilson. So Sobasek will have to retreat back to first base as he was moving on the pitch.
As the Settlers got to have severe confidence in Sobasek, because that's a pointless time to run there. You're down 3 late in the ball game. You have 6 outs to give the Joes. Last thing you want to do is give one of those out after already having a base runner on.
So we'll see what they do here as Sobasek gets his lead. We'll see if they send him again, as we'll have another 0-2 pitch after the foul off by Sam Wilson. And he is moving again. That one's in the dirt, so we won't have a throw, but Michael Hall will appeal down to Justin Penix in the field. He's just standing there. I don't know if he understands, but he won't even answer the appeal.
I don't think they checked. I don't think the home plate umpire gave him the chance to check. The home plate umpire doesn't have to grant the check, just like he doesn't have to grant timeout, and it's really just a point of being a hardo out there at the plate. I don't know a better word for it, but umpires sometimes get in a power trip and they don't want to ask for help.
As that one is fouled straight back, and Wilson will stay alive here as he's fouled a couple off. He saw one in the dirt there that he did not offer at, so now there's a runner in scoring position in Kaz Sobasek after the stolen base.
AJ laughed at me, but like, am I wrong there?
No, you're not wrong.
There's no point in not giving it to it other than your own self-confidence and saying, I got the call right. Am I right?
No, I don't disagree with you in the slightest.
I never understand, one, why umpires will, unless it's really late in a pitcher's windup, why he won't give the hitter the time granted. And I never will understand why they won't check. Like, sometimes umpires are like, no, I got it right, don't check. And it's like, all right, well, like, you don't want help?
There you see many times where there are some people who do think that the home plate umpire should never make a call on a check swing.
Yeah,
When you have, especially in higher leagues,
they didn't have a better
the,
vision there, but you're right.
And most of the time, regardless of where he's standing, he might even have, straight away might not be the best as Penix is out there now, but it definitely doesn't hurt to get a second opinion as that misses low for 2-2.
And if you're confused, if the dude doesn't know for sure, doesn't want to make it for sure call, you can always do this thing that they call getting together. It is okay to collaborate, unless you're in college.
As the 2-2 is skied out to right field, Chris Hamilton will camp under it. We'll see if they test him here, and Sobasek will not be going as that laser's thrown in, cut off by McConnell to keep the leadoff man for the Settlers at first base after his single stolen base and now a fly out. So there's one out. That runner's still on second base.
Yeah, and I thought for sure that Sobasek would run there on the fly ball. It was kind of near the right field line, and it looked like the perfect opportunity to go on a ball, but Chris Hamilton got it in very quickly, made a fantastic throw, and Sobasek said, hey, it's not worth giving the team another out, as we mentioned earlier.
They're down 3 runs, so every run counts here.
Absolutely,
so, yeah,
every base runner counts.
Would have been pointless,
especially with your 3-hole coming up to the plate,
to have a mistake like that. With the heart of the order here, yeah, you have the Miguel Pimento who skies that out also to right field. Hook going foul a little bit, and Chris Hamilton will make the basket catch. What a play over there in the foul territory in right field as Sobasek tags from second. But that's 2 outs now, and that runner moves up to third, but just 1 out away from ending this inning.
Yeah, on the fly ball, he absolutely has to go to third base. But that's a fantastic play by Chris Hamilton. He got over there in plenty of time, and I think he got kind of confused by the lights, and there's fireworks constantly going off 4th of July. You guys know how it is. And I think it just kind of distracted him a little bit, and he just made the basket catch, and it was a beautiful catch by the right fielder as there's 2 outs and a runner on third base.
That is Garrett Roberts, their 4-hole. As of yesterday, he had 20 RBIs. Hasn't gotten a hit today. Didn't get a hit yesterday either. So he's still sitting at 20 RBIs, and that's why he's 4-hole. As Grant Williams will look for another ball here, as he's just not liking the selection so far, as you see Justin Penix check that ball that came from the dugout. Just, you never know. And we'll step back in as Garrett Roberts will await the 0-1 with Grant Williams in the windup with a runner on third base here and 2 down. See what he can do as the 0-1 is fouled back and out of play. Roberts slamming his bat down. Liked the location of that pitch, but didn't get any of it as that one's just shot back and out of play. To bring the count to 0-2. Runner on third. 2 outs, 2 strikes, no balls, and the Joes are leading 6-3 as Grant Williams came in last inning. Shut the door for the Joes, and he's in line for the win now, as that one will make him look silly. He'll freeze Garrett Roberts with a runner on third for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs here on just 1 hit for the Settlers as it's 6-3 going to the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll be right back on your Hamilton Joes Network.
MGBody.com, a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Superior Computer Services approaches your IT support differently by seeking to prevent problems with your IT environment, not profiting off of solving them. If you want to feel like you have your own IT department without the outrageous cost, visit 513fixmypc.com. Superior Computer Services, defining excellence in computer and network solutions. For over 40 years, the Moats Group has been committed to leaving a lasting legacy with every field they create. They are synthetic and natural turf specialists, focusing on sports field design, construction, removal, replacement, maintenance, and management. Moats has made their name designing innovative and comprehensive, performance-based sports field systems tailored to their customers' specific needs. They build fields from inception to completion with pride, dignity, and the utmost integrity. For more information, please visit themoatsgroup.com. Proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Hamilton Joes Baseball is brought to you by Triangle Sign Company, a sign of quality since 1921. If your current signage isn't giving you the visibility to attract interest and assist in getting people in your door, then it's time for a custom sign solution from Triangle Sign Company. Whether you're a big or small business, school, or organization, they will design and build a sign that is just right for you. Offering their support for the Hamilton Joes, we thank Triangle Sign Company for their continued support.
At 4-Star Mechanical, they are dedicated to you and all of your different HVAC needs that you have as an owner or building engineer. They have been serving the commercial and industrial construction community for over 20 years and continue to strive for past, present, and future complete customer satisfaction. For more information, visit them on the web at 4starmechanical.com. Nothing pairs better with summer or exciting Joe's action than an ice-cold Coca-Cola. The Joes are proud to serve Coca-Cola at Foundation Field and want to remind you to share a Coke and a smile with your favorite Joes fan this season. Coca-Cola. Taste the feeling.
And we're back here at Foundation Field as Grant Williams, four-batter top of the eighth inning, was enough to keep this score at 6-3 as we have a new pitcher here for the Licking County Settlers as number 3 Cannon Duke from Tennessee, from Southwest Tennessee Community College is at bat, is on the mound now as Sean McGeehan, who led off last inning with a solo shot to tie this game up before the Joes took the lead, will lead off this inning as well as he'll take strike one. Cannon Duke will try to fare better than the last two bullpen guys for the Settlers as Spencer Bird saw the first batter he faced, who I've mentioned before, Sean McGeehan, take him deep as it's now 1-1. As the sidewinder on the mound out of the windup here, and Sean McGeehan rips that one down the left field line, and that will land foul, but got a good piece of wood on that one as we saw him rip one foul last at bat, and he was able to straighten it out and show his power as we'll see what he can do with the rest of this at bat as it's 1-2 for Cannon Duke. His first inning of work here. As the 1-2 will come in and hit Sean McGeehan. He won't like that too much as it looks like it hit his arm or elbow, and he'll have to shake this one off as he walks down and now gives a light jog, and he'll be on first base. So the leadoff man is on. The Joes look for some insurance runs here, up 6-3 in the eighth inning. We saw Justin McConnell come up with nobody on last inning and start the rally, even though McGeehan's home run ignited it. McConnell was on the base pass as he stole second and third, came around to score, and we'll see what he can do with a runner on. McGeehan's got some speed over there as he's bouncing around. See what they do on the sidewinder as he's moving first pitch. McConnell pulls back the bunt. No throw as McGeehan slides into second base safely.
Yeah, don't expect anything but a bunt here from Justin McConnell as runner on second base. They might give him the swing, but I think it's more important get a run here late in the bottom of the eighth inning, just giving whoever you're going to bring in this ninth just one more extra run as McConnell is slumping right now and has been putting a lot of good swings on the bat. Just a guy that you know is going to make a good baseball play.
And he will show bunt here as he pulls it back wisely as that one misses outside. So it's now 2-0 to Justin McConnell. We'll see if he is given the sign to bunt again here as he was showing it. And we'll see as Duke is on the mound waiting for his sign. Comes set. Takes a look back at McGeehan, and the pitch will hit the outside corner on 2-0. McConnell will see a 2-1 count on the next pitch from Cannon Duke. Nobody out. Sean McGeehan on second base. 3-run lead for the Joes. As McConnell awaits the next pitch. The 2-1 misses just a bit outside as that one gets Cale Baker to come out of his stance there. We'll see what McConnell can do here with 3-1. Duke comes set. Keeping an eye on McGeehan, but it won't matter as that's ball 4, so McConnell's on base as well. First 2 batters of the inning, a hit by pitch and a walk.
I'd still expect Michael Hall to bunt here. Runners on first and second, even more chance than Justin McConnell did, even though Michael Hall wasn't able to get the bunt over in his first time he was granted permission to bunt. I still imagine that they're going to give it to him again. I think Adam Grissom's talking to him right now, just saying, hey, you don't need to do anything but put the bat in front of the plate, square up, and just react to the ball.
Yeah, like you mentioned, we saw Michael Hall last at bat whiff on a couple bunts, and this would be a perfect time for him to lay one down and get one here. Move these guys up 90 more feet as there's runners on first and second. Sean McGeehan on second, Justin McConnell on first. Got some good speed as McConnell's got 2 stolen bases this game already. McGeehan 1, and it has been this inning. So we'll have Schoener go out there and try to break up this mound visit as Cannon Duke will still be out there. So they just wanted to talk to him a little bit as Robbie Howell, or Michael Sandman, whatever coach they sent out there, is now retreating back to the dugout. And we'll see what Michael Hall, if he does have the bunt sign here, or if they're trying to swing away here in a 6-3 game in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Duke comes set after the mound visit. We'll see what he does after the talk over as Michael Hall gets that bunt down perfectly. He'll be thrown out at first base. Those runners will move up 90 feet. McGeehan on third, McConnell on second, 1 out. Addison Coffey coming up.
Great job there from Michael Hall doing the job, getting the bunt down, and now we have 2 runners in scoring position. Have a chance to come around here with only 1 out here in the 8th.
Yeah, Michael Hall was given the chance to bunt last at bat and couldn't get it across. But now you're giving it to the bottom of the order, Addison Coffey, who's actually not played the best day today, but he's got a chance to give his team a couple more runs here late in the ball game, a couple more insurance runs.
That first pitch to Coffey misses outside. And being 0 for 2 today with a hit by pitch, he'll look to get a base knock here and see if he can score 2 runs and extend this lead for the Joes as Duke comes set. The 1-0 will be checked at and not swung at as Addison Coffey sees a hitter's count here with 2-0. Duke struggling here as he hit the first batter. Saw a walk on the second one. A sac bunt is his only out as Addison Coffey flares that over to third base, and it will be foul. Close play over there.
Yeah,
but it is the right one.
That was pretty interesting. I think it is the right call. I'm sure the umpire didn't miscall a ball that's in foul territory. Would hit that slowly. But that was a very funky play, as it definitely hit in fair territory before it stretched foul. And as all baseball fans know, it doesn't matter if the person who fields it's in fair territory. It just strictly matters if the ball is in foul or fair territory.
So the 2-1 to Addison Coffey will miss outside. And they'll have a very good count again here, and it's 3-1 as Cannon Dukes looking to find the strike zone here.
Yeah, the Duke of Cannons is just trying to get Addison Coffey out any way he can, preferably a strikeout or a weak pop-out would be, and Addison Coffey gives right into that.
And that's skied out to a shallow right. We'll see there's some miscommunication. That one falls in. Right fielder throws home. McGeehan will slide a little bit awkwardly. We'll see if he's okay as that arm was stretched out very awkward as he's taking his time, but the run will score as that one just falls in there perfectly. As you can see, the second baseman and the right fielder just not on the same page as Jackson Kerr was out there, and Brandon Alice came in and just kept looking at the second baseman, and the second baseman thought Alice had it, and he did not.
AJ, what do you think? And don't you dare say it.
If team error was a thing, I say team error, but as the rules exist, that's a hit.
That's an error. That's literally an error. That was a play that should have been an out, and they didn't get an out. I don't care who gets the defensive miscue. I really don't. It really doesn't matter. If we're going to take the stats seriously and we're not going to give the hitter credit on getting a run in, then we're just going to do it. We're going to do it all the time. And that's just the way it should be. If we're going to go one way, we're going to go one way. If we're going to go the other way, it shouldn't be. I would rather that just be a hit every day of the week. I would rather every time that you hit the ball in play and a defensive misplay happens, it's a hit. I'd rather it that way. But we play in a world where errors exist, and that's an error.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting play there as we have a little bit of split. That right fielder was running in, and the second baseman really never
Regardless,
never
Addison Coffey
tried,
did a good job.
And, yeah, it's good to see Addison Coffey standing on second base. Got to second base. It landed. He was on first base. The throw, he was able to advance. So definitely taking note there and hustling it out as he's standing on second base with two men in scoring position. That's
actually the second time that our home scorer is giving it a hit. The other time came on the Chris Hamilton ball.
That one's grounded to the shortstop who was playing in, but it's not going to matter as Justin McConnell's head first slide into home around the bat that was sitting there. Gives the Joes another run, their second run of the inning here, to make it 8-3.
Now that's the play. That's actually the play where I'm conflicted. That's the play where I'm conflicted. I think by all stretch of the matters, that's a single. I mean, he hit a ball, no one got out, but that's probably an out. Am I right? Like that's a routine ball, infield in, that should be an out, and that's where I'm conflicted because they try to make a play at the plate. I guess it's a single. I guess I'm overthinking things too much. And I'm getting in my own head. I think AJ's actually finally set up real estate in my head about this whole and like I said, you guys don't know what happens behind the microphones when we turn off in between times. I'll tell you what, AJ Schraffenberger is giving me grief in between each inning.
That doesn't put me in quite a great light or anything, but I mean, I think that was obviously more of a fielder's choice than it was a single.
I'm giving AJ a lot of crap right now. We don't say anything between innings. I'm trying to start up a WWE style feud between me and AJ in between this game.
The leadoff man Trey Compton will try to keep this thing going with runners on the corners. As we've had maybe two back-to-back hits, maybe one hit, maybe no hits. Who knows? But we do know that the Joes are leading 8-3.
They give him a hit. We'll just go with the official score from here on out.
So Trey Compton now with 1-0.
That last one was a hit. As
that misses outside.
I'm overthinking it, guys.
And just when you're ready to give out some hits, maybe a hit, maybe a fielder's choice.
Everything should be a hit. In my world, everything. You put the ball in play, you get on base, hit.
So Compton has 2-0 as he has 2 hits on the day, 2 for 3 with a walk. He went 2 for 4 last night. Couple RBIs. He sends that one out into right field. We'll see if Alice has the arm to throw out Addison Coffey, but he will not, as Coffey, talk about hustle, was busting it down the line there and easily made it home there.
And you know what's just the most ironic thing about baseball is that the last 2 hitters that have come up, Addison Coffey and Jared Kaufman, had runners on third base and less than 2 outs, and they haven't put the ball in great positions to score runs. They truly haven't. Addison Coffey hit an infield pop-up, or right outside the infield, and Jared Kaufman hit a ground ball, but they got the run on, and they got on first base, and then Trey Compton comes up to the plate, and he does what you're supposed to do with a run on third base. He hits one in the outfield, deep in the outfield, gets the run in, and it's such a cliche saying, but that's baseball.
As we'll see Chandler Miller now up 0-for-3 on the day, walked in his last at-bat. It's a good piece of hitting there. Good piece of situational hitting there by Compton as he gets a sac fly to extend this lead to 9-3. 7 of those 9 runs coming in the 7th and 8th inning. The last 2 for the Joes to break this one wide open. Won yesterday's game 5-0. Winning this one 9-3. As there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. As the Joes look like they're having someone else warm up. Looks like they had Connor Bell earlier last inning, a little bit in the beginning of this inning before the 3 runs, eventually came around to score. It looks like there's a righty up there now in the pen.
It looks like Will McLean is they're going to give him another chance to try and straighten out his workload, as this year he has not been very effective.
Yeah, we saw him early on in the season, his first outing especially, go very well, and this could be an opportunity for him with a 6-run lead to pitch without any worry, without any pressure, as it's now a 1-2 count here to Chandler Miller. Jared Kaufman taking his lead off from first base. Cannon Duke coming set. And the 1-2 pitch will come in and hit Chandler Miller. So 2 outs, 2 strikes, and a hit by pitch will put another man on and bring up Chris Hamilton, the 3-hole. We saw Addison Coffey get hit by a pitch with 2 strikes. We've seen Chandler Miller get hit with 2 strikes. Just relief pitching for the Settlers, just really shooting themselves in the foot as Carvajal left the game. They were winning 3-2. Since then, we've seen the Licking County bullpen give up 6 runs now. 7 runs. It's Chris Hamilton will be the batter now for the Joes. Runners on first and second. He'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. Runner in scoring position now is Jared Kaufman, and I think he has a pretty good chance of scoring on a single out there to the outfield, as Chris Hamilton will send that one into the right center gap. The right fielder Alice over to get it, and he will make the running
Just
catch
barely
into the gap. What a play over there, being able to track it down and get it on the run, as that would have definitely scored 2, as Hamilton put a good jolt into that one, but it'll end the inning. The Joes score 3, take a 9-3 lead to the top of the 9th inning. Hopefully we'll only have AJ Schraffenberger on half an inning to call here. We'll pick it back up in the 9th inning on your Hamilton Joes Network.
At L.E. Schofield Window and Door Company, you'll get competitive prices from a trusted local company. You can depend on L.E. Schofield's outstanding workmanship and 65 years of experience to get the job done properly every time. From garage doors to entry doors to windows and awnings. For more information, visit SchofieldWindowDoor.com. The Great Miami Valley YMCA is a 127-year-old organization serving nearly 50,000 people throughout 8 locations located in and around Hamilton, Fairfield, and Middletown. Their mission is to put Christian principles into practice through programs that build healthy spirit, mind, and body for all. For more information, please visit gmvymca.org. Robinson Fence Company has been servicing the Hamilton area for over 24 years. They're located at 1635 Howell Avenue in Hamilton and offer residential, commercial, and industrial fencing. For more information, please call Robinson Fence Company at 513-867-0080. Though founded in 2015, Aspen Roofing and Siding has firmly planted its name within the tri-state community. A step above the rest is not just a slogan, but a way of life. They exist to protect and enhance your home, which is your most valuable investment. By giving back to the community, they invest directly into relationships with their existing and future customers. For more information, visit them online at aspencincy.com.
Last call here for the Licking County Settlers as Grant Williams will take the mound once again. Inning and 2/3 of work for Williams thus far. As we head into hour number 3 of tonight's game here in the top of the 9th inning. 2 hours and 57 minutes old is this game. First pitch now to the catcher, Cale Baker. Catches the top part of the zone. Looked a little bit high from up here, but the Joes will take the favorable call there. The right-hander Williams delivers this one. That's going to be lifted down the left field line, just foul by a couple feet off the bat of Cale Baker, and he'll fall behind quickly in the count 0-2. Baker 1 for 3 on the evening thus far. 2 flyouts to right field. Walked back in the 5th inning and singled in his most recent at-bat in the 7th. This one lifted out to left field, down the left field line. Looks like it will drift foul past the diving glove of the left fielder, Trey Compton. So lands in foul territory and nothing but a long strike. The count remains no balls and 2 strikes.
Great effort out there by Compton. Just full out extension, laying out for that foul ball. Wasn't particularly close, per se, as that was foul. But
still,
good hustle.
still an A for effort in our book, I would say. No balls and 2 strikes on the catcher from the University of Cincinnati, Cale Baker. Breaking pitch just missing off the inside corner. Great pitch there from Williams. Just missing inside. Running the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 pitch coming. It's going to be fouled off yet again. So we'll see a 6th pitch in this at bat. So the count remains 1 and 2. Joes fell behind early in this game. First inning, Settlers scored a run, down 1-0, and Griffin Dorshing hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the first inning to bring the Joes back into the lead 2-1, but then fell behind 3-2 to the Settlers with a run in the 4th and a run in the 6th, and it remained 3-2 until the starting pitcher, Oscar Carvajal, was removed in the 7th inning. The Joes put up a 4-spot to take a 6-3 lead, and have since added on 3 more runs to the ledger, and they remain in the lead 9-3 as we play here in the top of the 9th. The Settlers have left an astounding 13 runners on base tonight, batting 2 for 16 with runners in scoring position. So they only have themselves to blame offensively tonight, as this one's lifted out to right field by the catcher Cale Baker. Under it in plenty of time, and will corral it for the out is the right fielder Hamilton. And the Joes are 2 outs away from taking this 2-game series in a sweep fashion. So Grant Williams gets the first out of the inning there, and that'll bring up Nathan Dill, the designated hitter. That's 6th in the lineup tonight for the Settlers. He's behind no balls and a strike. Dill 1 for 3 on the evening. Singled back in the 4th inning, but has since flew out to the second baseman, struck out swinging, and reached on a walk back in the 7th. 0-1 pitch to him. Another great breaking ball there from Williams, who's quickly ahead. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's great seeing Williams. After he pitched 1/3 of an inning in Cincinnati, he was able to go 2 1/3 in Galleon, but it's good to see him back out there, and it seems like his pitches have been working well.
0-2 pitch, swung on a miss, breaking ball in the dirt. They will have to make a throw on to first to complete the out, but Michael Hall fires it on to Griffin Dorshing for the second out of the inning, and the Joes are 1 out away from sweeping the series. Brendan Alice, the right fielder, here in Game 2 of the series, batting in the 7 hole, will step to the plate as the Settlers' last hope in this one. 1 for 2, did double and score a run back in the 4th inning. He's going to watch another good breaking ball there from Williams, who seems to have a great control of the breaking ball, at least here in the 9th inning, throwing it in just about every single count. A 1 pitch, a fastball this time. Slowed down the eyes of the hitter Alice there and sped it back up with a fastball, and he's quickly ahead 0-2. Settlers down to their last strike. As this pitch misses down in the turf, bringing the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fireworks continuing throughout the night here on Independence Day, as Grant Williams misses just down low, evening up the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Crowd here in Hamilton antsy for that one to be called a strike, looking to watch the remainder of the Hamilton fireworks on Foundation Field here tonight. Breaking ball misses in the dirt, running the count full 3-2. 9-3 Joe's lead. Here comes the full count pitch. Swung on and hit deep out to left field by Brendan Alice. Left fielder Wilson giving chase. He will not be able to corral this one. It is over the fence. And that will be a home run for Brendan Alice, the right fielder. So the Settlers strike for one here in the top of the ninth. They cut the lead to 5 now.
That's what you call being a little day late and a dollar short there, as though they could get something going here with 2 outs as the fireworks from Hamilton City commence. Grant Williams looks in control even after giving up, as he's got the 8-9 coming up in Jackson Curb.
So Curb will represent the last hope once again for the Settlers. Joes will hope for a better result than the last hope for the Settlers. Pitch misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Last 3 outs of a baseball game have historically been the hardest to get for any team. Especially been true for the Joes thus far this season. This one tapped down the right field line, just missing the bag. But Griffin Dorshing had it covered had it been fair. But as it stands, it'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Jackson Curb now behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here in the war zone that is Foundation Field right now, fireworks in just about every direction. 1-2 pitch, swung on and tapped towards the shortstop McConnell. He'll be up with it in plenty of time and fire on over the first baseman Griffin Dorshing. And that's going to do it for the Settlers here in the top of the 9th inning. So that will be a final score of 9-4. The Joes will take Game 2 of this series, as they did in Game 1, by a 5-run margin. This one 9-4. Guys, a big win for the Joes on Independence Day.
Yeah, I mean, they keep it rolling, and that's what's important. After falling so far behind as they did at the beginning of the season, they didn't do themselves any favor. They started the season out 3-11, as they're announcing that the fireworks, you can come on the field and watch the fireworks, even though I think the Hamilton fireworks have commenced. But yeah, the Joes didn't do themselves any favor. They started out 3-11, but here they've got their 7th win out of 8 games. Yeah. As they keep it going as they head into an away series Thursday tomorrow. 2-game series against the Lima Locas, a normally formidable team, as I'm sure AJ will tell you. I don't know their record this year, but they just keep it going.
Yeah, and we mentioned about halfway through the game when the Joes were trailing that they just weren't getting the base runners that they did yesterday and the opportunities. And then we saw in the 7th and 8th inning, they put up 7 of their 9 runs, really closed the door, and even allowed the Settlers to get a run in the 9th and it not really matter. So big 9-4 win here on Independence Day.
So for the Joes, 9 runs on 7 hits. They committed 1 error and left 6 runners on base. They hit 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. So back-to-back nights, the Joes have not had solid success with runners in scoring position, but find a way to get the job done. And for the Licking County Settlers, 4 runs on 9 hits. They committed 2 errors and left an astounding 13 runners on base. So definitely something for the Settlers to work on moving forward, as they hit 2 for 16 with runners in scoring position. So similar woes to the Joes in that category. But that's going to do it for us here on Independence Day. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this one. The Joes take this one 9-4, complete the sweep of the Licking County Settlers. We'll hope you'll join us tomorrow evening. Reid Maus and Zach Verdea will have the call for you from Lima, Ohio. A doubleheader beginning the first game as a 5:05 first pitch. Second game to follow is scheduled for a 7:35 first pitch, but will obviously depend on the outcome of Game 1. So that'll do it for us here tonight. Along with Reid Maus and Zach Verdea, I'm AJ Schraffenberger, saying so long from Hamilton. As the old left-hander would say, rounding third and headed for home. We are doing just the same tonight. Joes win 9-4. We hope to see you again tomorrow. Thanks again for joining us.